Good evening and welcome. My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and we are here to play some Dungeons and Dragons, in particular, The Bitter Victory, a pirate-themed-ish 5th edition game for mature audiences. We actually, one of the reasons we had an elongated pre-roll is that we all kind of got off on our own interesting experiences with the alcohols, and we thought perhaps that might be our immature. I don't know. I think immature is implied with mature, just kind of the way things naturally work out. Yes, so we are not at our usual time because we had to accommodate some schedule changes, which means we flip-flopped. Some of us are now almost ready to crash for the end of the night, and others of us are just waking up for the first time, and some of us are like, hey, cool, this is a great time to play D&D, which all kind of works out. We're going to go around the table and do our introductions as to who we are, who we're going to be playing tonight, and echoing our pre-show chat off-stream, what that character's worst alcoholic experience was. Because I think that'll be just as interesting. It can be very telling about a character with their worst experience with alcohol. And so let's do that. And we're going to open the door actually with, let's go around our usual table. So Pond, you've got the floor first.
Hi everyone, I'm that other Pond. I'm the reason why we are all 10 hours late today, but thank you for being here anyway. I play Lady Marie, who is the Imperial Princess, heir to the throne. And her bad experience with alcohol is that she traditionally has, she likes wine. She's a wine drinker. That's her vibe. And there was one time where she was given hard alcohol, which she just doesn't really handle the same way. And she becomes just a little chaotic and a little more loose, I would say, with her language and not like, shut the fuck up. But like with her language and just like more relaxed, I should say, which is not very much that she's well known for. So, and she definitely was feeling like garbage the next day. She needed to be held.
Fair. And that takes us over to Les.
Hello, I just woke up and that was me just punching through breakfast because like 5 minutes before this, I was like, oh man, I'm kind of hungry. I'm just gonna like cook something really quick. So that was good. I play Ellis. She is the bodyguard to the Imperial Princess. I think the cat's out of the bag that it's not like super professional. So
you let it slip last week.
I didn't say anything. I was just working hard. And I think that Ellis is the opposite. I think that she's not a wine drinker. I think that, but I reckon once she got like hella smashed on port because I really hate port.
Ooh, I've got a story about port.
You know, and I think that she got super smashed on port, and when she was in the Imperial Army, I'm just gonna say that she went skinny dipping with some friends in the nearby pond. And you better believe someone didn't like that.
It's all coming out today, isn't it?
Well then.
Wow. All right then.
Well then. Daryl, you've got the floor next.
Hello, my name's Daryl. Daddy Wisdom across Twitch. I play the Reverend Boddington. Who is absolutely 100% a bona fide cleric. He knows everything about gods and things, and he's quite enjoying himself, really, all things considered. Considering the circumstances that brought him where he was in the first place. I think the Reverend Boddington, if he was to think back to his experiences with alcohol, is he did get into a drinking contest with somebody, the whole drink you under the table thing, where it's just shot glass after shot glass and what have you. And he can't remember what the prize was, basically, but he thinks he won. But he remembers, he doesn't remember waking up with more rings than he used to have before. But it was some sort of tavern, and somebody decided that they could match him shot for shot on whatever the equivalent of whiskey was. So he had a bit of a headache, but he did come up on the deal, he thinks. So that's the Reverend Boddington.
Cool. We're going to hop over to Al.
Good evening, folks. I'm Snafual, and I play Innes, the half-elf artificer. Did you miss me? Probably not. Innes, I think he's easily peer pressured, but more to the point, he probably sees tasting things that he shouldn't as it's an experiment and knowledge, and that's not to say he hasn't woken up in women's clothing dangling by one ankle from a ship's rigging before, with no memory of how he got there. But, you know, it's all in the scholastic pursuit.
Sounds good.
That works. And I believe she is resettled. So Jenna, if you could.
I am good now.
That's fine.
Jenna Dagger playing Sadie. And Sadie's worst experience with alcohol was probably like vodka or some sort of lemon drops or whatever the in-universe equivalent would be. Because she usually just drinks like rum or whiskey straight. So like when it's all that sugary shit, she doesn't do too well.
What's in a lemon drop? I've never had one.
Lemon juice, simple syrup, and vodka.
Oh, okay.
It's actually very delicious, but like they're dangerous and very annoying.
Too drinkable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That can happen. And then my name is Rob A.K. Lantern Noir. I get to play everybody else. I will say that for Darby, the NPC currently following the party around, it was most likely something involving their first engagement with something harder than watered down wine. And probably was not that horribly, did not go that horribly, except just the sense of how quickly one becomes intoxicated with it, relatively speaking. Oh no, probably more like a rum, not a peach schnapps. No. Give the kid a little credit.
Each schnapps was in the King's Cup when I was a kid. So that I also can't drink.
Yep.
Oh.
It's my sister's favorite drink, I think, or used to be.
Peach schnapps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so when we last left our party, they had sent Innes up.
You meant to say heroes, and you can say it.
Can I say heroes? Are you really that heroic?
When we last left these idiots.
I actually made
heroes.
I made a point actually of not putting good characters up on our tags for the stream. Because there's a little part of me that's like, I don't know. I'm worried I'm going to get reported for false advertising if I do that. I'm just saying, are we?
Are we the bad guys?
We are good in the name of the Empire.
Are we the baddies? Whoa. Excuse me?
Yeah, the actual protagonist is the pirate lady, and we're just like the nemesis.
We're her
Brian's
foils.
the protagonist, and we're just like...
Okay, that kind of fits.
Darby's the
Fucking
protagonist.
Brian.
We're just the side characters.
I wouldn't go that far. Would I? I might go that far. Okay, so we last left our heroes. They had sent Innes ahead to scout while they were finishing their crossing of the dunes. And then they had quite an epic fight with a skeletal juggernaut and swarms of skeletal warriors. It was kind of fun to watch that play out. It was a good combat. On the heels of that, there was some significant character development as relationships were somewhat exposed a bit more rawly than they had in the past. There was some question about the nature of the map. It was established that Darby at one point was in the actual castle for the Kingdom of the Stout Isles, and has made her escape from it with this treasure map in her hands. And that's the map you're following. It has taken you to this island where you have worked your way onto it. And as we left off, the party had just come up on a set of ruins that have recently been, they're the remains of what once was a large, predominantly wooden structure. There are signs around that there's been efforts to recovery. There are small gardens that are being maintained that have not had much time to really grow into much, but they're definitely being cultivated. And leading down into the cellars underneath the building, there is still a fairly well-maintained set of stone stairs. The bottom of which you find a large pair of double doors which are currently closed.
I don't suppose this would be a good place to take a nice little nap, like a long nap. So
I won't
just
tell
gonna
you.
let everyone know my magical resources are very low. It'll be fine.
I thought we took a short rest or some shit.
Yeah, but I don't get my
do you
second
need?
level spell slots with a short rest.
The truth comes out.
Could I like call out to my patron and I'll be like, yo, I'll do a blood sacrifice for you, baby. Sup? Give me some spell slots. Does that work like that?
No.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what? If you'd like, you can roll a charisma check.
I do like those.
With the understanding that I do believe in critical failures.
It'll be fine. 15. It is fine.
What I'm hearing from this is that you maybe gassed yourself a little when it wasn't necessary.
It sounds like we're all standing alive. So
Wow. Are we having is this a callback?
I'm just
Well,
I'm just taking the information and
you're taking the information wrongly.
well, we don't have time for a lengthy rest.
don't worry about it, Ellis. It's what is past is past. Yeah, we're not. When we're back on the ship, we'll have a drink together, all of us, and we'll talk it out then. Yeah.
Plus, we're kind of only in the entryway, and stairs not the most
Up you go.
comfortable of resting
Someone-
places.
Say
There's
this.
evidence
All
that
right,
someone
Yeah.
comes here a lot or like frequently enough. So I'm not sure if
Yeah,
resting here
what?
is the-
How many distinct footprints are there?
Indeterminate.
Good. I think this is a great sign, guys.
So, Innes, you were scouting ahead last week. Did you spot anything?
Well, this whole place seems to be mostly wooden, fallen to ruin. There's been some attempts at some gardening. Not that I can particularly help with agricultural matters.
In particular, it didn't fall to ruin. It has recently been burned down.
Oh, and there's scorch marks. Quite a distressing amount of scorch marks.
Well, it's good to know that this place can be set on fire should the need arise.
That is a fantastically optimistic way to take that. Yes.
Do we want to set potentially the only shelter that seems to be here at all on fire?
Maybe.
You just said you needed to sleep.
Yeah, but like setting buildings on fire is like probably higher up on that needs list.
Is there any indication, like I'm assuming that we went in here because it's the only thing here, but what we're looking for is somewhere on the island, or is there an indication that this is where we're supposed to be going?
The DM will say that you could explore more of the island if you wish to, and the DM will create encounters for that happily.
Oh no, I'm just asking like if something in the globe thing that I just forgot told us to go into a score. Okay.
No, the map literally just brought you to this island, and this is the predominant feature of it.
Okay, cool.
Was this large wooden building, large mansion of some kind based on the footprint?
Mansion.
Ooh.
Have we considered
Like a nice.
opening the door?
No.
Okay, I would like to raise the possibility that we open the door.
Wait, first things first, have you seen Confi's beautiful little bone necklace? Look at him, he looks so dashing.
Oh,
When did Comfy get a necklace and whose bones are those?
That's a great question.
Bonjour, Innes. Comment ça va? Oh, look, he's quacking. He's quacking. We can't understand him, by the way. We just hear quacks, but he is actually speaking
French.
a parallel. Well, sounds like French in this world, but it isn't.
It's French Canadian.
Oh, all right. I don't know if that's different or not.
A little bit.
I've been led to believe it is totally not French,
Okay.
at least by French speakers.
Okay. Do we have any like? Have I got like a passive investigation skill? So just having a mooch around if there's anything other than the door.
Yeah, you guys take a few minutes to kind of poke around and wander around, and okay, from 1 to 10, what is your priority? 1 is nobody knows we are here. 10 is we are going full NCIS, CIS. You're just, everything is being investigated. I don't care how much noise it makes.
I prefer nobody knows we're here.
Well, that's easy. Don't investigate anything.
Oh.
So
But
on
like,
that,
how we're gonna know if it's valuable then?
yeah,
Can we hear anything on the other side of the door?
Something tells me there's not going to be much valuable here in the entryway. I bring us
There might
back
be.
to
Yeah.
opening the door.
Okay.
Yeah, you going first through this door.
I mean, I could.
Do we know if the door is open?
the doors are currently closed. I will
Well,
also
yeah.
give you with a little bit poking around. There once was a large building here. Hey, Cheesecake, welcome aboard. And no, they're not rolling yet.
We fight the door.
We fight the door. I can imagine this group managing to lose initiative to the door.
I can imagine losing initiative.
So,
to the door, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
that's-
just gonna go put my ear against the door, see if I can hear anything scurrying around. Is that possible?
Yes, it is. Before you do that, I will also throw to you that within the last month, whatever building was once on top of this underground area you're hanging down into was burned down. So
Hence the scorch marks.
yes,
Yeah.
So there's nothing
wait.
shiny in the debris.
no, it has
It's
definitely
an
been
actual
gone over.
cellar.
Yeah.
Like to a mansion. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it could be like a wine cellar or like really nice bourbon whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
Sure, go with that. If that makes you feel better,
That's a little bit.
absolutely.
So
The good Reverend puts his ear to the door, and you can hear a couple of voices on the other side. Actually, double down on that. Double down on that. All right. Turn it out. Ha! Told you. Pay up. Fine. Make another 2. And they're kind of going back and forth, betting, wagering, and then about every so often you'll hear a ha in a slightly different tone.
I'm only in a couple of them, unless there's some silent types around the side. Is there a keyhole?
No. Just a large.
What about if we just knock?
Who's the best at lying? Who's the best at probably Sadie? I say that she goes in.
I have a +6 in deception.
So do I.
Okay.
And I have a +9 in performance and a +6 in persuasion.
I've got a +7 in deception.
Wow. Show off.
I
All
have a
right, there
2.
you go.
I'm just going.
Well, we need
I'm a
like
man
a-
of the. I am a man of God, and
We need
I,
like a backstory or
I'm a.
we-
I'm a reverend
away
who's
to
just been who was
Yeah,
lost at sea.
you're okay. So you got lost at sea, and you want to know if they have heard the good word of your God.
Yeah. Saint.
And I play
Kevin,
the
yeah.
music for your.
You do the. You do
Best
the.
lies involve truth. We were attacked by
I do play
pirates. Our
music.
ship needs
Yeah.
repairs.
That's true.
We landed here.
Mm.
We did technically land. here.
And I've come to spread the word of our Lord and Savior.
Help
Sure.
the skeletons out here.
They probably know about the skeletons.
I was
that are
thought that,
inside.
yeah, I feel they might know about him. But if they might ask how I got past the skeletons, so is that actually? Maybe I converted the skeletons to our faith. Perhaps I don't know. Or we could just knock. Or knock the
Well,
door
but like,
down.
what are we gonna do after we knock?
Oh, the
The
answer?
spiel is a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, there is the element of surprise. I mean, how sturdy is this door? I
We
mean,
could just like try to be their friends. Like maybe they're not mean.
Not every instance has to involve, you know, immediate murder.
Yeah, sometimes like the murder is like pushed off a little bit. It's like a well-prepared
how-
murder.
How many did you say there were?
Sounds like there were a couple betting, but you don't know how many people were like just watching the game on the side. You see, that's my worry.
So what if you convince them that you're here to gamble?
I might struggle as a reverend doing that. I
Big
mean,
gambling reverend.
could be.
You've come to a skeleton infested island that was relatively unmarked on a map to gamble. I feel like that's a bad lie.
Have you ever heard the phrase "stranger things happen at sea"?
Yeah.
However,
This
we
is
are-
one of the stranger things.
Yeah, we're. I don't know.
No,
Could
I'm
we
gonna
be-
go upstairs and you all.
was-
um,
We
You
could.
can
Well,
find out.
actually, I'm just thinking, Sadie, you could be a traveling minstrel. Actually,
I'm gonna reach out and knock on the door, and then
I bring out my fiddle and I'm like, all right, doubling down.
I've knocked on the door, and I'm. If the lady is retreating, I too am retreating. But this is a round the circle conversation, and I'm over it.
yeah, I've backed up, so if they open the door, I'd like to not be seen in that.
Same.
All right, I'm standing front and center. If they open the door, I'll blag it. All right.
Yep. I have faith in you. Check the rings. Check the rings.
Well, yeah, that was the. Yeah.
That looks like it'll work.
Got that via the eyebrow.
I think
when you
Ellis
said it.
is in the back too.
Oh yeah, I left.
Yeah.
I knocked, and then I.
You knocked and then you ran.
Well, somebody has to have initiative.
You're ding dong ditching the big wooden door at the bottom of the stairs.
I don't have the plus 1,000 to deception.
Yeah, I'll happily down in front.
Okay.
Right.
Well, back
I'm
you
just
guys.
watching as Alice and
Right. Sadie, if anybody asks, you're my altar boy. Right. Okay.
You got it.
No, I don't know what he's thinking, but right, here we
I
go.
imagine Darby is just staring at us like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
I think Ines is commiserating with that right now.
Yeah, there's definitely some second thoughts among the NPC staff. Yeah, that's a thing. Let me find my tokens here. I think it's in this set. It is in this set. Okay, so rap, and then the sounds stop. You can hear kind of like non-muted movement with a, I thought we were all down here for the night. We are. Oh, shh. And then there's quiet.
Shall we knock again?
Nothing happens for a bit. And then the doors are pulled open.
I wave.
Oh, praise be! We are saved.
That's your go-to, huh?
I'm going for this.
I start doing a fiddle solo because I'm terribly uncomfortable at that, whatever that was.
Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice, for we have met our saviors today. I'm trying not to feel the look at the back of my head that I'm getting from my queen and from her bodyguard, and the horror that's coming from Ines. But we're
having a
leaning
great
into
time.
this.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Leaning
do we
into
have an
this.
immediate perception check of who's around us?
Yeah, who's this guy? And
We've
who's
opened the doors.
who's this
We're very
person?
good at getting an
I'm
immediate.
just putting the tokens down now, and I'll tell you who you see.
And of course, the vital, most important question that must always be asked.
Are they hot?
Exactly.
Not that. Not well.
They don't look like women to me.
Well, what, maybe?
One on the
Ah,
left.
There
There's
you
one in
go.
a robe.
So
Robes
the
are never
game
good.
was
There she is.
Robes are never good.
Okay, we'll put her right actually there. Okay,
Cool.
so yeah, the first two people standing literally in the door that pulled it open are like weapons on you. One has a spear, one has a scimitar out, and yes, you can see a robed figure standing a straight distance back. Now the bad news for everyone that retreated up the stairs, you just see your two friends at the bottom of the stairs talking to somebody. If you want to be engaged, you're going to have to come on in.
I never retreated. I was caught too off guard by the whole thing going on.
So this is cozy.
I just watched Ellis. What?
Right. Who are you?
Oh, thank you, my child. I am the Reverend Boddington, and this is my altar girl, Sadie, and we have been washed
Is she like a
ashore
really
after
awkward
terrible.
curtsy bow? Because I think that's
Thank
what
you.
religious people do.
We have been spreading the word of our Lord and Savior via a how would you say, a nautical tour
And through song.
and through song, and unfortunately we were washed ashore through a terrible storm, and we thought it was the end of us, but we prayed to St. Kevin. Yes, we did. We prayed hard to St. Kevin, and he says, "You shall not die today, Reverend," and we did not. Hey, and we just came along and we scrabbled through here, and we found some shelter, and here you are, here to rescue us and give us succor after our.
And what gracious
terrible-
hosts we've stumbled across.
Indeed, look at this magnificent fellow with his sword. It's thank you, my friend. You won't be needing that. And please do introduce yourselves to us. Who do we have the pleasure of thanking for this gracious evening that you've saved us from certain death?
Before anything else happens, I'm going to need you to pick up that little D20. You need to roll it down there. Click that button right there next to deception, please.
Where's deception? Oh, +7. So I need to click that +7. Yeah,
You need to click that little +7.
27.
That 20.
Yeah.
For real?
Boom.
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh, well then.
You said you believe in critical failure.
And then the opposite must be true too.
The one with the spear looks at that and goes, "Huh. Lucky you are then. We're still waiting for a way off this damn rock, but get in here before weather turns up there, or it gets any
Yeah, have
darker."
you seen like all the skeletons out there? It's pretty creepy.
And the guy with the spear kind of looks at the person next to him in the robes with the cutlass and kind of looks back at you. Yeah, where was my idea to have that kind of defense line, but you can talk to them about it.
Oh, it's a solid defense, man. Like that's pretty cool.
So how'd you get through them?
Well, I prayed to St. Kevin and they stepped backwards. It was obviously destined to be that we should be here.
I walked.
Well, please, however, allow me to introduce the rest of my flock. I rolled a natural 20 here, so I'm pushing it. Please come through. Please, my flock, please come down the stairs. Be not afraid, for we have found our saviors. Please come downstairs and join us as we now take rest and respite with our new friends. And your names are, sorry. And that nice fellow at the back, hello. Or is it a lady? I can't tell. All right.
We don't judge.
You just
Either
kind of
way.
see like the hood's pulled down. It's kind of like it's glaring out, and their arms are inside their sleeves of their robes,
I like your sleeves.
and they just look annoyed at the whole thing. The guy greeting you with the spear, his name's Ogmund. You go tell the boss what's going on. He'll want to meet these people. And at that, this person heads off that way. Bing. We'll do that. Oh, come on in. He'll invite you in. Road person's going to move over there. Just kind of keep watching from a distance. and lean up against that post. So you are welcome to come on in.
Right, I've opened. Are we going? We're
Oh, I'm
in?
going.
Yeah, we're going in. Come in.
Hesitantly,
This is cozy.
Ascending.
This is nice.
Nice.
stairs.
This is nice.
As you come down and look around, this is might have been a cellar of some kind. It's been cleared out of most meaningful things to create just an open common room. You can still see the smoke lining the ceiling, where the bottom of those thick floorboards and the stonework that was the girding underneath the building lay it out. Is everyone coming in at this point?
Hesitantly.
Just some random skulls on the ground. Like,
You never know when you might need a
Oh
skull.
yeah, there are some skulls.
There are.
I
Oh,
see
yeah, some
one.
bones over there.
2, 4.
They didn't clean up completely. By the way, because of the way the shadow effects worked, I highlighted the non-visible doors.
Oh, the green.
The green are doors
Right.
because that
Okay.
kind of just, and I'll kind of highlight these other doors over here.
I was gonna
just-
say they're doors. There's shitloads of doors.
yeah, bunch of
It
different
really is a mansion.
alcoves lead off in other directions. Not a small building. Not a small building. And Ogmund will invite you over to the table to have a seat. But before we get into pleasantries, who gambles?
I raise my hand.
Good. Sit.
I sit.
Never knew altar girls gambled. That's new.
Well, I think you'll find in the book of Nigel, it is actually actively encouraged. It is decided that
One must take risks, right?
indeed it is about the vagaries of life do translate through gambling, and if you win, you are therefore favoured by the Lord above himself.
Mhm.
So it's at the back. Not everybody reads all the way through these things, you know.
Fine print. Minutiae.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I'm to understand that your ship sank.
Yeah, it needs a lot of repairs. We got attacked.
Whoa, no,
and then
wait.
like there was a storm. It was like
So
a
there's a
whole, it was
ship.
like literal shit storm. Well, I mean, like if you could even call it that anymore. Ship is a little generous.
What is it floating?
I
It
doubt
could
it
be
is.
with a little bit of effort. It's an interesting ship though, you know, like not everyone can crew it.
Right. I am using eyebrows at you right now, Sadie. Yeah, which is, you know, it's. I think it's down at the bottom of the sea. It was listing badly, was it not, when we left it? And we
Yeah,
were
but that
on-
was like a whole. How long ago was that? Like a half a day? I don't know. My brain's a little fuzzy, you know.
So the
It's been a really long day, man.
The ship rose back up out of the water?
No, it's like, you know, bobbing. Like, you know, sometimes it's underwater, sometimes it's above water. Like ships do on water. That's what ships do.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah. So
You said you were looking for a way out of here. What happened? Like, how did you get on this island?
Well, that's a bit more of a story than I think I should
What
be
the
telling
fuck
people.
is that?
Hey, I'm very forthcoming with you, telling you how ships bob on water. and stuff.
Right. Put the coin down.
Okay. I put a coin down.
He puts down one of his own, passes you a set of dice.
Yeah, I've seen some of these before.
It's a simple, I mean, this number of dice implies heavily that it's a variation on craps, but you're using 4 dice instead of 2. Which is kind of cool in its own sort of way. So where was your ship headed?
You know, here, there, land.
We were on a missionary mission, I would remind you, and we were going across from island to island, meeting the natives wherever we went. We had no real
Spreading the word.
itinerary, but we were indeed literally going with the wind of God to wherever the land would take us.
That's what I mean by here and there.
Indeed. Exactly. We were, as you say, on a kind of a nautical missionary mission until we ended up in our terrible way, which meant we had to abandon our ship, and we were in a little rowboat, which managed by some miracle, praise be his name, to allow us onto this island.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, this island wasn't on any of our charts.
No, that's part of the point. It's not supposed to be.
Then it was doubly a miracle.
Well, we're very fortunate it was here.
See?
And that you have been such gracious hosts so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does this dice game work?
Everyone, take one. He quickly recaps the rules for you, and it kind of comes back. But it's mostly you're betting that you can make a certain combination of a number before you don't make that combination of a number.
Gotcha.
And you have a chance to kind of go a few rounds of it. Let's see. Nope, that isn't what I wanted it to be. Now, as you're doing that, you glance over and you see a figure with a thick white beard standing in the doorway next to the one that had been carrying the scimitar, and they're kind of just watching the game unfold. They haven't said anything or moved in your general direction yet.
So should we get inside and maybe close the door behind us?
Yeah, you guys are all kind of just packed together.
They are
Well,
kind of,
no.
aren't they?
Reverend, leader of the flock.
I'm going to look to my bodyguard friend just ever so quietly, I was going to say, via the eyebrow.
I'm watching people pile out of this doorway the second they're on the map. I noticed that white-haired dude like immediately, and I was like, "Who the fuck's that?"
Yeah, he's just watching from where he is for now.
And you just added some other guy with a whatever.
Yeah, big guy, bald,
With the scary
big
You
look.
look so nice.
and a big sword.
Who's scarier though, me or him?
Well, that's all relative.
You don't
Big
scare
move.
me.
That's all relative. But you have a chance to do the dice, and Augmund will kind of like look over and wave some of you out of the door. Get in and close the door already, just in case there's something else wandering around this island we haven't seen yet.
I'm gonna sit at this empty table.
And Darby's gonna head over there too.
I'm gonna
Marie
sit
is
next to
joining her.
I'm going to sit
Everybody
next to
get
my,
in the seats. Everybody sit down.
I'm sitting
Is
down with
there
my altar girl.
I give you a pious head nod, which is pretty much just a normal head nod, but
Just me. I just
I'm
do some
swapping
vague
spots with Darby.
religious wave at you.
Oh, that's expose Darby to whatever might happen.
Yes, Marie does not have her. There's no doors on behind her, so she.
Yes,
has
there
her-
is.
No, there aren't.
Well, there's one to the
well,
right.
there's one like
But not.
over your
She's
shoulder.
kind of sitting more like this. Like
Yeah,
like,
pull up a chair
there's
and
no
kinda look to
doors
see
Can I
what's
get
going-
a perception check of our foes from here?
I'm sitting here, but I'm
Sure.
watching like them play whatever this fucking game is.
Because I'm quite, because obviously again I'm just sort of like just watching piously what's going on, but obviously
Yeah.
checking them out.
You can have a chance to look around. Roll that perception.
Plus 2 on perception. 10.
10 plus, we added 5 to that thanks to Obicon, who threw those points into it.
Nice.
So that's pretty solid. You can hear some stuff behind, elsewhere in the cellars. It's hard to pinpoint, but you have not yet encountered everyone here. For what it's worth.
I catch I catch Ellis's eye. Just kind of let her know that this isn't it. Yeah. So just pick up on the fact that there's there might be others here.
There's the game gets played back and forth a bit. Really quickly, Jenna, can you just toss a D20 for me real quick?
Yes.
I just noticed that there is actually a gambling table on the map with the 4 dice.
Okay, thanks. You lose. And then immediately is double. And he pushes the coins back out on the table for you to add to.
Double.
And
Thank you.
at that point, that gentleman will come over, flanked by the 2 that are with him. He'll give his beard a stroke. He is dressed way too nice for where he currently is. His robes actually look like they were untouched by any actual menial labor. And as you glance around, the acolyte that's leaning up against the post, you can see where there's dirt and mud around the hem of the robes at the ground, and the sleeves show wear and sweatbands. Even the large man with the sword behind him looks like he's been, his hands are dirty. There's soot streaked on parts of his armor. But the dude with the beard, untouched by physical challenges. Has a nice big gold medallion around his neck that resembles something like if you could see a skull bursting out of the sun, that would best describe it.
That's warm and fuzzy feeling.
Yes.
Pretty badass in metal, though.
Or rather. But, and you, he speaks up, you worship Saint Kevin, you said?
He's one of many in our pantheon, yes.
I'm unfamiliar with the teachings of Saint Kevin. Would you
Indeed.
care to extol upon those for me?
Indeed, with pleasure. Are you thinking of maybe converting over to our faith, Mr. I'm sorry, I did not have the pleasure of catching your name.
I haven't offered it yet.
Indeed, that is why I'm asking.
Understandable.
You were saying, though.
I was indeed saying, Mr.
Long
Then
silence.
we're all friends here, aren't we?
I don't know, are we?
We could be.
I'm a man of God, as you well know. But indeed, Saint Kevin is one of many of our saints. We have Kevin, Saint Nigel, Saint Samuel.
And what does Saint Kevin teach of the use of the departed as laborers?
Departed as labourers? I don't think we have anything much about that, to be honest. I don't think it's something that he's covered within the teachings of our Saviour. Is that something of which is part of your faith, then, if we're having some sort of ecclesiastical conversation here?
Yes, St. Kevin is all about efficiency. So I would
Okay.
say that one could argue that this would be efficient, use the body when the soul has departed. So then that way you're giving back to the soil from which everyone came.
He turns
Thank
and
you,
looks
Mike.
at Sadie. And what is your role relative to the good vicar?
Oh, so yes, I play music and I help him out a bunch. Moral support.
You're
Sometimes if he needs coffee, I'll do that too. But
Enough.
one of a better terms, she is my religious Batman.
yes, I'm
and
learning. I'm learning.
A caddy, as you will. But yeah, they are an acolyte. They wish to learn more, and they help me on my travels. They learn as they go, and they offer musical accompaniment to my sermons.
Playing mean fiddle.
And your arrival on our island came how?
Very surprising to us also.
Indeed,
not on any
we were
maps.
caught up in a storm. We had to abandon our ship due to its treacherous nature, and we thought it was the only way forward. And as we were saying to your friends before, as we were describing this,
I heard,
we
yes.
just bashed. We were just bashed by back and forth, up and down, and then we had no idea that this island even was here, and yet here we are. Indeed, it is a miracle. Praise be.
Fascinating.
Yes, I thought so.
Fascinating. And you came across the beach and arrived here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We didn't fly. We have no
No.
wings.
Do others know of where you're located?
No.
No. So your
No.
hope for rescue is coming when?
We're
Did it say no?
our own hope for rescue.
So if we
did
were to
send
turn you out to fend for yourselves, your plan then would be...
Hope that you don't.
See, I am looking across at Lady Marie at this point and just sort of saying, hello? You are the diplomat.
Lady Marie steps
whose
up
eyebrows
and
are
she just says,
ricocheting.
"Yeah." Lady Marie steps up and she says, "However,
getting ready over here."
we did see a ship not that far off, and we set up flares before we landed here. So, ideally, some people will be here within perhaps half a day."
What colors was that? He'll, like, seeing that you seem to be on top of things, what colors did that ship fly?
Colors of the kingdom.
He looks over his shoulder at the bodyguard, who looks back at him. They both kind of have an eyebrow conversation.
Oh no. May I read that?
Yeah, excuse me. We read eyebrow.
We're
Read eyebrow.
Well, if they're speaking the same eyebrow language you guys have been speaking, that's going to change the entire tenor of this exchange.
yeah.
Because it means they could tell what you were saying.
Exactly. That's how that works.
You brought up eyebrows.
I did.
We were just out here.
I did.
And then brought them back down again. And sort of twitched them.
And he turns back at Marie. If a kingdom ship were to arrive, how would you feel about finding yourselves rescued by agents of the good King Victor?
I've heard many things about King Victor. Some of them are better than others. There's a lot of negative there. But if it means that we will be rescued, then we will have to be grateful for that, unless you can provide us safety instead.
Well, what I'm more concerned about is which one of you is most in charge, because I can tell it's not him. He points at the Reverend.
Oh, surprisingly, it is him. My mother. I'm from the Empire, but my mother insisted that I follow the Church of Saint Kevin and sent me on this ship unwillingly. But I do have a little bit of background in nobility and understanding there. So
Unwillingly, you say?
unwillingly,
So
I
you-
promise you, I would not be on the ship otherwise.
So you have no loyalty to the Saint Kevin.
Not quite. No.
We're working on it.
And your
She
loyalty...
is our most wanting follower at the moment.
Your loyalty to the kingdom, then, is still disputable.
I am willing to offer loyalty to those who can help us in this unfortunate situation.
Rescued is a relative term, which can be taken many ways and can divulge into whatever avenue feels most fitting at the time.
And rescue implies that we're unsafe, in which case I don't agree with that because I feel very safe here.
The man you're gambling with will actually laugh at that. You can only be so safe living on whatever grows on this rock.
Well, then you just take matters into your own hands.
I've been doing that. Hasn't been much good. We need a ship to get off of this damn thing.
Why do you want to get off of this damn thing? Couldn't you start a life here?
'Cause we're living in a cellar.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So who burned that building? That doesn't seem smart when you're like, you're trying to take refuge somewhere.
He glances over at the man with the beard, who glances back at him and just shakes his head.
Was it him? Is he a
And,
pyro?
and Ogden goes, I'm not sure I'm supposed to talk about that.
Okay.
Now with the beard's going to kind of glance over at Marie. Would you take up a blade against the kingdom if it meant gain off this rock?
Well, are we talking about a single ship or are we talking about the full kingdom? Because I believe those are two different things, one of which would likely not involve my survival.
Again, rescue is a relative term.
Yes, well, to be fair, I'm not entirely certain that a kingdom vessel that pulls up alongside this particular island is going to want to take us aboard. I want to know where your loyalties are going to be. I mean, we've already established that the good reverend probably won't be of use and is a liability.
Most likely, yes. However,
Good. Then I welcome you and your compatriots to that table to stay. Just make sure he's dispatched within the next few minutes, and I'll be in my room waiting.
Is there a reason you're so intent on his dispatchment?
A loyal follower of the church isn't going to join us in taking blades against a kingdom vessel.
I mean, if it's about the sermons, we could gag him.
There is an interesting passage from our holy book.
We could gag him.
Yeah, easy. Easy. Well, I've got this. And yeah, you could gag me. That's true. However, there is from our holy book, there is a bit about, and it is about, this is an interesting one, and it's from the Book of Convenience, it's called, and it says, when thou art in a hard and tight spot like this, then sometimes hard decisions have to be made, and ergo,
Yeah, I'm
one
gonna
can
get
park.
up in the middle of this and
He can park his loyalties, and I think what that means is that I could absolutely take up a blade if it meant I got off this rock.
Riding on the tails of that nat 20, roll me another deception with advantage.
So that's 16, 4,
4,
11, 16.
16. Okay, we'll keep the 16. So your faith in the Saint Kevin isn't as strong as one would think.
It is as strong as it needs to be at this moment in time, my friend.
I will think on your situation, but for now you may enjoy the safety of this cellar with the rest of us.
Thank you. And may I just say, that is a fantastic set of rings you have on those hands of yours.
Oh, God.
And I look forward to talking to you again soon.
And he turns and heads back towards the room from whence he came.
Cheeky bastard.
And this
I
one's
thought
going
you
to stay
said-
right there.
what about this chick? Is she just vibing?
Oh, the one over on this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, she's just vibing.
She in that entire interaction, did she look any differently at all, or is she just mutually deadpan?
Oh, no, she's more like she doesn't trust you guys at all. And her
Ignorant?
eyes, she actually slightly licked her lip when
That's so good.
when they said,
like,
kill the guy.
Oh, come on.
She was like, ooh, yeah. And then Augment will offer another round at the table with you to gamble a bit.
We'll take him up on that.
Did I see her do that? You gave that to me.
I gave that to you.
Okay. I would like to approach her.
How are you
I
doing?
am going
Yeah?
to just sink slightly under this table.
I like to think, I like to think we harbor a similar vibe. in a natural state of
The
readiness and interest in such things.
Cool. Ship's cat's with us, by the way. Just saying.
Yay, ship's cat.
Yeah.
Ship's cats are the best.
But I definitely get up, and
Okay.
I sort of want to walk the back side of this, sort of keeping my eyes on, like, they're just playing some game that I don't care about.
Yeah, they're taking turns trying to roll a certain number with 4 dice.
Yeah. What's everybody else doing as I make my slow
That's a
approach?
great question. What is everybody else doing?
Marie is watching this hardcore from this chair still. She might
Okay.
even actually come over here and pretend to watch the gambling, but instead just staring at Alice.
Now, what does this lady look like? What am I looking at? Like, weapons wise, like,
She does not
I
appear.
can't see her face, right? That's what you said before.
Well, she's got her hood is sitting like
Yeah.
right at the top of her eye line, and she has her arms inside the sleeves of her robes, as she sort of like has her arms crossed and is leaning against the pillar as she watches. As you get close enough to kind of make out her face, she has very sharp features, and
I love that.
she looks tired.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there any? How big are the sleeves?
sleeve.
Is there movement?
No. No, she's got her
Okay.
arms pretty well crossed. Although the warrior fighter in you would acknowledge she could easily have a large dagger or even a short sword in there,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like there's enough arm stretch there that she could have it against the back of one of her arms. And I mean that's your combat training.
She's ready to go.
She
Yeah.
might be, or she's just standing there.
Yeah.
But you will get that like reading the room with that same attitude of I don't sit in a chair where my back is to a door. That attitude gives you the same like, oh, this could.
She's literally got her back to a door.
Yes, she does. Which says something about that door, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
She trusts what's back there.
Yeah. So does she look at me when I approach? These are very critical questions.
Oh, absolutely. She's watching you approach.
I'm looking at the door behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, I guess, curiously, I'd actually like to approach the door.
She will very casually just step into that. As she sees you going past her, she'll just very casually lean off the post and take a step out to stand perfectly between the 2 pillars and just kind of like plant her feet about shoulder width apart and look past you.
Okay. I'm going to ask her, did you need something from me?
She'll feign surprise at your presence. Like, oh, there you are. No,
Okay.
but you don't need to leave this room.
I was under the impression that we were free to dwell in the cellar as we saw fit, based on the
Any-
words of your boss.
The high priest gave you permission to be here in this room, not to explore the chambers beyond.
Interesting. I didn't hear that part of the conversation.
Curious, I did not hear him give you permission to leave the room either.
You must trust whatever's behind that door to be so willing to have you back to it.
I trust my brothers and sisters.
Interesting. How does one become one of your brothers and sisters?
Why do you ask? Are you suddenly feeling a spiritual tingle? Yes,
I'm
folks,
not one for...
even at 9 a.m., Les's mind goes straight there.
I'm not one for a spiritual tingle, but I am curious as to how many blades you have in those sleeves of yours.
Well, that escalated quickly. Yep. Okay, that's it. She looks at you and she just sort of slowly pulls her arms apart and just puts her hands up.
Yes.
Can I? Is that legit?
The faithful don't need blades. And there's a moment where like you just see this this bright blue arc jump
Oh,
between
that's
her
so-
fingers.
It's so fucking hot. And
Lady
I.
Marie steps forward. A
No,
little
excuse
bit.
me. I'm in the middle of a conversation.
She's not in the way, just like here.
I would like to hold up my own hands, but sort of out towards her, because I have magic too. Right, that's cool. And I'd just like to say that I completely agree. And then one of my like hand axes just like appears in both of my hands, and I say, "But it is pretty handy."
An impressive display. You
That
are
That is
the-
not the only
Oh.
impressive thing about me, I assure you.
Oh, indeed. The Reverend has +5 stealth. Is there any possibility he could just kind of, at this point, just amble around sort of like towards like the behind said lady?
Can everybody just fuck off?
We just feel this is escalating, and I feel like maybe is stealth something? Is that something?
I'm
that
not
might actually be
concerned
possible?
about if there's a battle. I'm more concerned about what's coming out of her mouth.
Well, I will say that you are being relatively closely watched by most of the people that are on the board.
I'm definitely like here for sure. Me or him?
All of you,
Okay, fair. That's fair.
all of you at this point.
I can I. Oh, you
No,
can go.
go.
I'll put my hand axe back on my person. And I would like to extend a hand to her and just say like Ellis as a greeting.
DM pause.
Take your time.
So if you're going to write an adventure, I realize it takes time and energy to give every NPC personality, name,
Doesn't have a name?
background, but sometimes your group doesn't want to murder everything. And that's going to require you to come up with names on the fly.
Sometimes we want to do other
I
things.
never have names ready.
Yeah.
I feel
I have a list and I always forget to look at that whenever
I'm just going to
my players
act
ask.
out what Innes is doing. I'm just going to put my head down over here.
Yeah, that's how we ended up with. Yeah, that's how we got there.
Do I in
Oh, I like that. That one shall work. Oh, that's also a good one. Okay, we'll go with that. She takes your hand
Feel.
and she introduces herself as Tesaria.
How's it feel? How
Um,
does the interaction feel?
it's a She is not asserting dominance.
Okay.
She is taking
Is
your
it
hand in good
Electric?
faith. How long do you linger?
4 seconds longer than a standard handshake.
Oh yeah, and then definitely there's a tingle.
Hell yeah. Feels good.
Are we talking about like an actual tingle or like a tingle?
She's gauging what happens when she applies some of that prestidigitation into a handshake with you. to see
You
if
know what the tingle feels like, Sadie. What are you talking about?
to see if you jump back.
There's
or
two
if you
different kinds of
lean in.
tingles.
You know what this tingle feels
It
like.
takes two to tingle, as they say.
Oh yeah. Cool.
She'll actually kind of grins a little bit at you if you don't pull your hand right away when she applies a little bit of the current.
I look very intrigued by said current.
She goes, maybe I should take this opportunity. The high priest encourages us to evangelize. Would you like to learn more?
I'm always interested in learning. This is the reaction. Pon's reaction is the reaction I assume of what's happening right behind me.
She does
It's all in the eyebrows.
that move where she hasn't let go of your handshake yet, but she turns so that your hand ends up on her shoulder. And
Lit.
she heads straight for that door.
Marie is following.
You know me, I like to be led.
And she does Marie have time to catch up for this bullshit?
We're walking at like a standard
Yeah, they're not like running.
human pace.
You can catch her before like the acolyte's hand gets on the doorknob or the turn for the door as Marie gets to Ellis.
Marie puts a hand on Ellis's shoulder to like stop them both a
Great.
little bit.
Like a train.
And she says, "Darling, is everything okay? Are you feeling unwell?"
Oh, is this going to be "you're not the boss of me" moment as well?
Sadie is
The Reverend
reveling
has
in this.
found magically some whiskey,
No,
and he's
no.
just pouring and watching this.
Are you kidding? Augment is the one that put the bottle on the table.
Yeah.
He's got his hand on top of the dice so nobody rolls. He wants to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm just pouring a
Jeez.
drink for all of us.
Oh my God! Just wait till we get back to the ship. This is going to be shocking. Right.
Since
The
he's
other
sitting
two
at
up the top
fourth
there.
seat at this table, he also has a glass of whiskey.
The two up the top there wondering where Ogwyn just pulled that popcorn from.
No one's questioning it. She'll quickly turn around at that darling comment and kind of like try to read the room. And you can watch, I mean, she's actually kind of has a relatively pale complexion, but you can see like her hood slid back a bit and her forehead is starting to redden, like almost a sunburn
cute.
across her cheeks, across her
Cute.
nose. And just like for a moment, that look she had of like intense interest has changed almost into just like surprise and fear. Like what is
Fear?
going on?
I'm just, I was just going to explore the
Explore
the rest
yeah.
of the cellar. Is
Is that what the kids call these days?
I'll be back soon.
Or the cellar. Oh, I could stretch my legs as well. Do you mind if I join? And she doesn't address Ellis with this, but she's addressing what's her face. Marie didn't catch her name. She didn't care.
She probably did and just has made a point of forgetting it already.
Yeah.
Desario's going to look at both of you and go, actually, it is rather late. I think I'm going to excuse myself. I'm very sorry.
I'm going to message her and be like, I'm free.
You can see that register on her face, and now it's like scarlet.
Yes,
So cute.
nailed it.
As she just ducks her head, turns, pushes open the door behind her, and ducks into the room, and it slams.
Is it locked?
Are you trying it?
I'll put my hand on it and see if it opens.
The door actually will open as you put your hand on it. Now, the fun twist to that is it doesn't actually open because you opened it, because the door is pulled to open.
Oh, somebody else opened the door?
Yes.
Okay. Who is it?
That would be, which room number is this one? Yep, there it is. It's another figure in a robe, similar to the one of Tesaria, who is looking also very like perplexed and stumbling out of the room quickly.
Is it a female?
It is not. It's a young man.
Ugh.
Very, very thin, wiry mustache. A little bit of shadow
Is
along
he
the
looking
chin.
at me perplexed?
He's more like yes, actually, he was not expecting someone standing in the doorway, and he very.
Okay.
Oh, please excuse me.
Yeah. No worries. I'll let him pass.
Okay, and he is going to make his way across and duck in the. Literally, he's just going to beeline straight across the space, and appear and duck into that door.
Okay, cool. I am going through. Is the door open?
No, he pulled it shut behind him.
I didn't agree to that.
Is
Hold on.
everyone still staring at this like commotion that is happening in that corner?
Yep.
The door was closed.
Can I try to like look over my shoulder and see if I see anything in the rooms that he ducked into?
Uh,
I'm not
Yeah.
getting up. I'm just
you
trying
can
to
watch
like.
for that. It's like it's just a large space. It's not very well lit, but you can make out
I'd
like
like-
an orange flicker inside it.
I'd like to make it clear that if I knew the door was closed, I would have said something different to him.
Oh,
But
okay.
I thought that the door was open, which is why I didn't care that he went past me.
Okay, then he's still in front of you, pulling the door shut behind him.
Okay. Okay. I would like to reach out and put a hand on the door. I'm very strong. And I'd like to be like, I just wanted to apologize to did you say Tesari? That's how I heard it.
Sorry,
Tesaria. She seemed quite flustered and I just wanted to apologize. But she
and he looks awkwardly at you, and he looks over his shoulder at the door. I think she'd rather not be disturbed. There will certainly be time tomorrow. We have nothing but time down here.
amazing. Is that where your bedrooms are? I take it based on
Oh, this
just
room?
happened.
No, this is our temple now.
Oh, interesting.
Kinky.
Do you sleep there?
No.
Ah, okay.
Bro, I think you're about to get sacrificed.
Not my first time, getting filthy in a temple, but he can go. Sorry.
Okay. Now he beelines.
The
over
door's
and
locked, right?
Ducks in there.
The door's locked.
It's not locked, but it's
Fuck you. I'm
closed.
fucking opening that door again.
You have no sense of propriety.
Propriety, right? I want to know what's in the door. She told me I wasn't allowed to go in there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Is she crying?
No.
Is she in there?
Yes?
Not everyone cries over you.
That is not true. Y'all can do whatever you want. Do you want everybody else to get a turn and then I'll come back? Because I'm going through that door by myself and I'm closing it behind me.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Woo! We getting spicy.
I think Pond has an opportunity to say something about that whole close the door behind me part.
Do we need to roll strength checks to see who gets the door?
Yes.
Well,
pour
I'm in
another
front
glass
of you,
whiskey
so
for
I
us
have
all.
I have right of way to the door.
Yeah, you do. So I'm just saying that if you're trying to close the door, though, I'm very close behind you, so I don't want to put a hand out.
We can have a fight about it, but I'm just going to tell you that I'm just going to apologize to her.
If you say that as you're trying to get through the door, I will glare and then say, okay.
Thank God for permission.
Don't do anything stupid.
I think you mean thank Saint Kevin for permission. That's our god.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, he is one of the apostles, if I was.
Oh.
Do you think I've neglected to tell you the name of the god because you haven't remembered it yet? However,
God God McGodface, I think is the name.
Godly McGodface, maybe. Yeah. I'll go check the book. It's probably in there somewhere. Find out what their name is. Yeah.
Okay, so Ellis goes in to make her apologies with the door shut.
Yes.
Okay, and what exactly is Marie doing during that?
She is leaning against this wall here and with her arms crossed, and she is.
Is she listening?
She would listen, yes, actually.
Jeez.
Okay, what is ever at this point? The door shuts. Marie leans up next to it and kind of turns her head.
I'm back here. I'm not approaching too hard yet. You're gonna play it cool.
Looking south, so her one ear is turned towards the door. What exactly is Innes doing in this moment?
Continuing to just hammer his face repeatedly on the table. We're going to die here. We are going to die here. Why did I agree to this?
Who's this fella?
Okay, as you're doing that, as you come up and kind of shake the cobwebs out of your vision, having pounded your head significantly, you catch another cloaked figure standing in a doorway on the other side of the stairs. He will attempt to catch your and Darby's eyes. And then he will motion you over.
Hey, glancing at Darby first now.
She'll look at you and kind of shrug.
Fuck, it can't be any more stupid than in here.
I think we're doing a great job.
Something I can help you with?
Whoomp. And he steps back into the room.
This isn't like that other one where it's like a temple. I'm really not in the market for a new religion right now.
No, it's a storeroom.
Sure, why not?
And as soon as Darby is through, he'll actually push the door shut. Are your friends serious about getting off this island? Like, there's people coming?
I don't even know anymore.
Because Ozymandias doesn't have the measure of the people.
The old man?
Yes. He's a fool. We don't... As our loyalty can be rewarded, we should not be... It doesn't behoove us to cross blades with the kingdom.
It does seem you would be a bit outnumbered.
We're better, as I've been saying, to cast off the robes, pretend we're just farmers who ended up, or merchant seamen who ended up stranded here. He's too proud for that. He's going to get us all killed.
Robes do come across a bit, culty? Oh shit! It's a cult.
It's more of a multi-layered organizational scheme.
There's a word for that already. Actually, I think it's called a cult.
Well,
or if you get big enough, a religion. But that's not the point.
We prefer to see ourselves as adherents to a lost and ancient but proud tradition.
Of a cult, right? I'm not going to judge, but it's not going to likely help your chances of
Exactly.
rescue.
But the thing is, as long as he is in charge, everyone will follow him through tradition. They won't listen to me.
Right, and who are you?
Oh, terribly sorry. You may call me Odium.
Right, Odium, yes. And why would people listen to you over Ozymandias?
Yes.
Ozzy? We'll
Yes.
call him Ozzy.
The high priest.
Right, yeah, we'll just call him Ozzy. It's
Because I'm the most sensible here and the most dedicated to the cause.
by what metric?
Well-
Everyone here is insane. And I include my companions in that.
Can we hear Innes? at
That's
this
what you
point?
will hear.
Yeah.
Sadie, should we go? Should we
Ogden
go have
will
a
actually
soft
look and
at
goes,
this?
Where'd your friends
I
go?
mean, like, I'm in a dice game, man.
I'm just going to go through this door and see what Innes is. Ellis is
Yeah,
up
no.
to. All right.
Pay her my
I've got my
regards.
beer. You all right? You keep listening.
Do you want confit for moral support?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Ah, merci bien.
Okay, so you're going to go check to see where Innes went?
So I'm yeah. Which one am I gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up to the. I'm just gonna go to where Innes is and knock on the door.
Keep confit
Knock
safe.
before he knocks.
As he disappears around the corner of the stairwell.
And Maria's just like, oh, and chases after him. Just like,
No, the God's on our side. What's the matter?
I thought you were too busy keeping your wife from doing something irreparable.
Yeah.
she
Yeah, what the fuck?
she has a lot of plans going on in her head right now. And
Okay, well, I'm about to get killed, so
You go worry. You go worry about being a cuckold. Yeah. Right. I'm just going to talk to. I'm just going to talk to our friend.
as soon as he says we have God on our side, she actually does let him go. She'll return back to her as well. She's like, you know what? God's on your side. Yeah, go
Yes.
for it.
I do literally have a drink with me. As I go through.
Good luck.
Innes, what are you doing in there, you filthy bastard?
Like you'll want to talk. Go sit down in St. Kevin. It's a verb. Shut up.
What?
Darby will look very
Yeah.
confused by that. But do you
I'm
think...
coming in. I'm going to come say what's going on.
Okay, well, he's not going to stop you from coming in.
Indeed. All right, and who's this geezer?
He's another gentleman. He's wearing similar robes as the others. His have a little nicer cut to them. And you can actually see that they're top stitched with a gold thread as opposed to the similar red color as everyone else's. Ozymandias doesn't understand that it's not as adherent as we should be. We'll find it far easier to get passage off of this island if we simply pretend we are merchant marines who were stranded here like you. He won't do it, and no one will follow anyone else's leadership. We can't trust Ogman. He's a sword for hire. And Bailey is... her loyalties are all over the map. But if anyone can unite the rest of the order, it's him. If he were no longer in charge, if he had an accident...
Interesting. We know all about accidents, don't we, Innes?
Then we could be organized, and we could get off of this as
who would,
soon as that boat following you shows up.
But if he had let's say he had a very unfortunate accident, very sad, who would take over from this Aussie fella?
Well, they would naturally turn to me. But that's not the
Would they?
point. They're going to turn to someone. And they're not going to follow Ogmund. He's a sword for hire. They're not going to follow Bailey. She's Bailey.
Would they be interested in following maybe a new man of God, somebody with great faith, who could take them along a new path? Innes, don't do that.
Can you... I'm not familiar with St. Kevin. Where does St. Kevin come down again on the reanimation of the dead in order to achieve your goals?
That was in the Book of Convenience, I do believe, is what we were talking about. You might recall from a previous conversation, and where certain circumstances would dictate us to allow to us do as whatever would damn well please if it gets us off this rock.
So you're saying you could take leadership?
If it was a man of faith that you were needed, and they needed somebody who was truly neutral, shall we say. Don't mind the cat. He just follows us.
I think there's potential to that.
Praise be.
Why
So-
don't you and I talk more about that in particular? Your friends can go prepare the rest of your party for the accident.
I'm not sure I can prepare them for anything.
Finish. Could you just go and find Sadie? Just let her know there's a cheeky tickle about to go down, yeah?
I'm
She'll know
Sadie's
what I mean.
planning her own cheeky tickle. unbeknownst to all of you.
Context is key here, Sadie. Context is key. Darby, maybe this is. Could you have a word with the with our rest of our crewmates? Yeah. See what their general thinking is. Ozzy, my friends. When I guess we need to know when would Ozzy be the most vulnerable? Would you say?
Oh, probably when he goes to sleep. He usually doesn't have a bodyguard with him in there.
Just the one?
No, the guards sleep in a different room.
Ah, right.
They have their own quarters.
So he'd just be on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any access to his room without going past any bodyguards?
Oh, no. There's just each of these cells is its own separate. It opens up onto the main cellar.
Which ones is his?
Hmm?
Which room does he sleep
He's
in?
the last one down.
Right then. Okay. And it's just a nice self-contained room, no other exits.
Right. You slip in. He has the accident.
So he accidentally cuts his head off. Yeah, I get you.
You take leadership. Convince everyone that our best bet is to say we're merchant marines.
Let's ponder this, my friend. I'm gonna go join my friends, and we're just gonna have a little time saying your thing. Basically, you'll know when it's happened. All right. Do not react until you know it's time to react. All right. And then just pats him on the cheek a bit. Lovely. Good lad. I'm just going to amble over to where the rest of the crew.
How's Sadie doing as she's talking to Ogmund?
Yeah, I'm trying to observe him insightfully, one may say, and see if he has any like tells when he's lying. Trying to see where he kind of stands with everything. Because he likes gambling.
He likes gambling. He likes money.
He loves gambling. So I'm wondering if he might like bets too.
Oh yeah, he loves wagers.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like warm him up by like keep pouring whiskey, and every single pour I pour me a little bit less than I pour him.
Okay. He definitely will. He'll open up a bit. He's anxious to get off the island. He's anxious to get back to fighting things. He's hired to kill things. And there's really nothing to kill, and no one is coming to be killed.
I tell him that must be really hard for him. Like that, like doing one thing really well and then not being able to do it. That's rough. It's really rough.
Hey, Sadie, can I just get a quick... The Reverend wanted to say something about a bit of slap and tickle. I don't fucking know you people and your code words. I'm just going to sit in the fucking corner.
Slap and tickle. Ogmund, I have to talk to someone about a slap and a tickle, evidently.
Is everyone
But
stupid,
like,
or-
how drunk is he looking first?
He is not looking at all drunk.
Fuck. Okay.
In fact, he starts going on before you can get about the missing the days of the fighting pits before he got stuck on this rock. He's like, I wonder if one of your crew would be willing to go for a round.
Round of what?
Like the fighting pits.
I think there might be some of us that just may.
But go have your gossips.
Let me bring up the fighting pit idea too. So like, what would the wager be?
Oh, we'll find something creative.
Can I shake on it?
Sure. Put his hand
Make
out.
sure I look him in the eye when I shake.
Oh yeah. He's really ready to throw down with somebody.
So I will talk to the Reverend about a slap and a tickle, evidently. Where is this conversation happening?
So I'm going to amble out that door all casual like, because I think I'm done with. So maybe I just So maybe I meet you at one of the far tables or something.
Yep. And this one's standing right where she can see everybody. And then meanwhile, Foomp will zoom in on the temple area. And she's just sitting on one of the benches looking at the altar when Ellis lets herself in and closes the door.
How do I? Hold on. Where am I looking?
I think we need some mood music at this point, don't we?
Hang on.
Careless Whisper just starts.
That was what I was going to say as well. Careless whisper.
How's she looking at it then? When she hears the door open, obviously again and close.
She does not look up,
Okay, rude.
but she's got her arms back in her sleeve. She's got her arms crossed as she sort of sits there and has her hood pulled down again over her forehead.
I don't want to fuck this up. Tessaria, correct?
Yeah.
Is that her name? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted
Sure.
to make sure I
Yeah.
didn't fuck that up because I fucked it up last time.
Okay.
I would like to ask her if she is okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm just embarrassed.
Why would you be embarrassed? You have nothing to be embarrassed about.
Because clearly you are claimed and taken. And I take my oaths incredibly seriously. I assume you do as well.
But why would that make you feel embarrassed? What wrongdoing do you think you've had in a space like this?
Impure thoughts of one who has given an oath to another is a horrible sin.
A sin, like impure thoughts about someone who's taken, you say, is a sin, but by whose standard?
I could never imagine asking one to break an oath, and I have, and I'm going to spend some time reflecting on that. I will be fine. I'm just embarrassed.
You never asked. I would like to make it incredibly clear that you never asked me to break an oath.
True. You're right.
And I don't think that you have anything to apologize for to your whoever it is that you worship. I apologize if you I guess didn't appreciate my forward nature.
I definitely misread it.
I don't think you did.
I'm just breaking character. I'm just watching Pond right now. It's just I've not.
Yeah. I don't think that you did. I was just I'm incredibly curious to learn more about you, and I am admittedly still quite flattered that you were, I guess, invested enough to bring me into this very special room. Quite a I thought it was a bedroom, not gonna lie. I'm very says a lot about you that we would be here, that you would choose this room, which very clearly has an altar. And I appreciate women who fucking hell. I appreciate adventurous women.
How much of this can everybody hear, by the way? Just want to understand that.
Sadie would be having a fucking field day, but she's on the other side of
I know, this is what I'm trying to work
cellar.
out. What's the acoustics like in this place? How much can anybody hear?
This was happening while you were in
Yeah.
some closet.
The only person who can hear it is
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's. I mean, we are talking. Well. Yep.
Can this guard see me?
Yes. This one.
Even if I'm like kind of like behind the pillar a little bit?
Yeah, because she watched you walk over there.
Good. Okay, so then I won't cast message because that is a little suspicious. Okay, carry on.
Carry on.
Anyway, yeah. You heard what I had to say.
Yeah. Well, that's I'm not sure I'm as adventurous as you would think, as much as it was a nearby room where we could talk.
Oh, you want to talk to me?
And she kind of looks back over her shoulder at you, and this is the first time she's looked in your direction.
Yeah, keen.
And she hasn't been crying. There's no like waterworks or anything.
Interesting.
But there definitely is like a look of almost frustration.
Why? Here you go.
Yeah. Obviously, they get to know you a bit first.
That's fair. I would love to still get to know you.
In the morning, then.
How you got here. Why you're here. Why you look the way you do. Why you're hiding your face. There's quite a lot to be curious about, I think, when it comes to you, Tesaria.
She'll turn away at that.
Okay.
And then she'll kind of like, there'll be a long pause. There's a lot to be said about the traditions. And how we got here. I mean, we're just lucky to be alive. I should focus on that. And I think I would like some time to focus on my things that I am most grateful for under the circumstances. If you would leave me to my prayers, please.
I will absolutely leave you to your prayers. And I will say that of the things that I'm grateful for today, meeting you is certainly one of them.
You'll see the hooded head nod a few times as she's still not turning to look at you.
That's fair.
But she has no response. Aside from that. Meanwhile, back out in the main room.
Jeez.
Let's see. So Sadie's had a chance to get over by the Reverend and catch up with him.
Sadie, one of the fellas is saying here, you know, the guy with the bling on, the one who's not, you know, the shiny Ozymandias he's called, yeah. He's the head of this madhouse.
Yeah, no shit.
The other guy was saying is that if he was to have an unfortunate, I mean, whispering, you know,
Yeah.
an unfortunate accident, he thinks that we could basically rally the rest of this gang under a new flag or a new religion, if you see what I mean.
No, I like the flag. Flag's better.
Yeah, religious flag of St. Kevin.
Yes, of St. Kevin.
We just
This is a bit, right?
Interestingly, he sleeps by himself with no guards or any other exits. Just the far room, which I think there's a fellow who stands out of there, but it's only the one guy. So if he was to have an accidentally cut his head off, you know.
No, with an accent.
Well, we can make it look real.
Yeah.
You know.
You're gonna want something a little magic-y, you know, like maybe put your hand on his chest, cast some sort of Eldritch Blast, have his lungs collapse.
Yeah, this is all chat, but I'm just thinking maybe we perhaps have a little words with the rest of the gang. Ennis is
We just have to make sure that the first cut is lethal because, you know, there might not be anyone in his room, but he could probably call out to others. So we have to make sure he's like extra good, you know, should the accident happen.
But yeah, the general feeling here, if we get with the top guy, then...
Hey, do you have any drugs?
Drugs?
You know, so that he just stays asleep?
I think that might be an Inish thing. Yeah, but,
Okay, but we can't tell him what it's for because he's going to get really nervous.
Yeah, well, we can just tell him it's for somebody's insomnia, can't we? You know.
Yeah, we need them to sleep through the night, like nice and heavily. Maybe have some nice dreams.
Who just moved me out of the room?
I did.
Okay.
You're gonna have to come out at some point. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
kind
would
of
like to come out, but
You've
I'm
been
pretty
out.
sure I'm
Yeah, I was about to say.
like,
Don't force someone into coming out.
I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to have fast words with my wife about.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll
Okay,
get there.
good. So long as we get there,
We'll
that's
get there.
all.
We'll get there.
Let people come out on their
Fucking-
own terms, honestly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As about now-ish, Sadie and the Reverend are wrapping up their conversation.
I'm getting what he's putting down.
Yeah, this large beefy guard will come over here and very pointedly clear his throat.
I clear my throat back at him.
Ogmund will actually kind of stand up and grab his spear and kind of nod his head at Sadie as he heads off towards that door. Ellis will pop out of the temple. I'll let Les handle that now.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
How's she looking?
Pissed.
Wow. What?
And as soon as you're out of the door and the door is closed, she looks, sees that you are unharmed
Mhm.
so far, and just walks away.
No.
I
She
just
does not walk
nudge
away.
Reverend. I'm like,
She does.
this
No.
should be fine.
It's my turn. She doesn't walk away.
I know.
She doesn't get a chance. Because
What
Ellis is
happened?
going to reach out to her and just like grab a hold of her wrist so that she can't go too far. And she's going to be like, look at me for a second. And I'm going to get into your personal space because I'm allowed to, because I'm professional. And Ellis is going to like put a hand on like the side of her face and be like, you know that I was just looking for information.
There's other ways to look for information.
But you know that I was just trying to get information.
She didn't know that.
Why does that matter?
It matters to me.
Why?
I don't know, but it does. And I did not like that.
What didn't you like?
You were leading her into another room with her intention to sleep with you, regardless of if it was your intention or not. Everyone
First
saw
of all,
that.
first of all, I can tell you that she did not have that intention. She literally just told me that she wanted to talk to me, which was fine.
First,
because
she said she wanted to talk to you first.
okay, regardless of that, you know that I wouldn't do anything. And you know that.
Yes.
So why do you look like you're going to kill her?
Because I want to.
Do you trust me?
Yes. I don't trust other people. And you know that.
I know, but just trust that I would never let that happen.
Okay.
She told me that she wants to talk to me in the morning. Just so that you are aware. She said I'm sure you heard clearly. She's just taking some time to pray on the matter. Probably not to Saint Kevin. But just be aware that she wants to talk to me in the morning, and I think that you need to let that happen.
Well, maybe she won't want to talk to you in the morning.
I don't really know what to say to that.
Nothing. It's fine. You've made your intentions very clear, and I do trust you. I understand that.
My intentions should always be clear to you, and it shouldn't be
They are. However, again, it's not you. It is. She points at the door. I don't like her.
Noted. You don't need to inside check that. That was all genuine. LOL.
Okay, so as you have a chance to wrap up your exchange, this guard will get everyone's attention. Right. All right, this way, if you all over here, please. And he heads
Over
over
where?
to this door. They will move there
new
to look
door.
as well.
Insight check. Does he seem nervous?
Do not need to roll. He seems more annoyed than nervous.
Oh, well, I have that effect oftenly on people, so. I will follow slowly.
As he opens the door,
Pull over casually.
on a room that reveals multiple bunk beds and cots.
What's going on with that table?
It's a table with
Skulls.
mugs on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it doesn't look like. Okay, no, it's pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well,
zoomed
they
in.
are. I was
Okay.
like, what?
I was
the
like-
fuck? Yeah.
Yep, just some mugs, nothing fancy.
What?
Okay.
There's 4 bunks and 5 of us.
Actually, these ones are double bunks.
All right. Then.
I mean, I think some of us don't need 2 beds. When I look at Pond or Lady Marie.
I
If
think
they're
they
in
might
there.
do tonight, if you know what I'm saying. Yep. I don't think they'll be.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, if
Did look rough.
you're all welcome to take a night in there, we'll, me and the boys will take a night out here in the main room. Don't.
So kind of
try
you and the
anything.
so like you guys are just gonna be sleeping on the floor? That doesn't sound right. What if we sleep on the floor?
What if you just get in the damn room?
I could do that. All right.
That's fine. I think a nice long rest will be useful for 3 of us. I think.
Yeah. Yes.
There's not enough beds
A
for
long
people,
rest
even
would
if
be
we
great.
share.
No, there's
Two of them are
double
doubles.
bunks. There's
Is
double.
Darby.
So there's 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's just enough bunks around the entire party because 2 of them are doubles.
Okay, so there's no one else in here.
Nope. You have full reign of that room.
Does Confee have his own bed?
No.
That's fair.
But you do have a chance to settle down for the night. You can decide how much you want to sleep. And
I want this one.
you can tell me what's going on with that when we get back from a short break. So let's top our waters, top our beverages. We'll enjoy some clips of the channel. If you're a subscriber, you go straight to the clips. If you're not, I'm sorry, you got to watch an ad first. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
GG.
Jeez.
Boy, that sucks. Like, I feel bad for him. I'm like, hey.
I've never seen this before.
Unspeakable brutality.
Yeah, a little closer. Go to the right. Oh no, I dropped down. Oh no, I'm under us.
I think they're sinking.
Yeah, this.
Okay, drop the anchor so we can
Wow.
collect our stuff. As you seem to be doing really well with it.
Ooh, that 20 is
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Nice. Scattered it.
Wow. Well, you can roll your damage. I don't.
25. Because I got 3 6s.
Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
She just hulked out. Rage hard.
Yeah, I think you should rage all the time. I think you
I
should
like this
never
rage,
not
yeah.
never not be
is
raging.
it. Well, I
There's
only
where
get
all our
2.
good rolls were hiding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's why they were so bad earlier. We were saving up. But... Stop hitting my friends.
Oop, wrong
You know,
way.
damage books with that kind of attitude.
Well played. Wow.
Oh no, that whole love interest thing. That's right. Oh, I forgot. I almost killed him.
I,
Sorry.
The one that's between Chrysanthemum and her bottle.
Yes. Yes.
That's a dangerous place to be for many reasons.
You're swinging again.
Oh man,
Oh,
this
guy
guy.
is tough.
What's up with this guy?
He's
What? What? This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. All right, we're going. Let's go.
Okay.
And followed by the smite. Come on, Timber. We got this.
I mean, if he doesn't go down now, I don't know.
And
but
he finally drops.
Yes.
And is out of the scrap. Gets to the guy in the
Maybe re-roll. Yeah, re-roll it. Re-roll it. The birds
Yeah,
are
yeah,
important.
yeah.
Everyone's
we
in on
screwed
the
these-
re-roll.
I screwed these birds up earlier. We need
Come
a
on.
high roll.
We got this. Let's do this.
Oh no. Oh my.
So
Every time! I'm the bard that
Amazing.
does not want to be I'm really bad at being a bard.
That is amazing.
Worst bard ever.
Yikes.
The good news is, after this adventure, you can start taking levels of anything else.
Anything else? What the hell? Okay.
I feel like we should not be meddling anyway. If there's someone killing someone else, it might be for good reason. You don't know.
Oh my. That got dark. Wow.
We have killed lots of people.
For various and sometimes no good reason. Yeah, she's not wrong. Oh, good lord, we're murder
I'm not
hobos.
one to judge, okay?
Am I to conclude the party is going to enter into the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
punch the. No, I know that's a bad idea.
There is so much nope surrounding this trap. I am not here for an amulet. I am here for a traumatized rogue. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's two.
Well, I wasn't really concerned about the amulet. I just thought that I'm gonna go. Common, Mother Clucker, do you speak it? We need some information. I'm not sorry, by the way.
Like, why am I here?
I legit have been screaming this entire time. So you know what? What is the health of
You're
everybody
also
right now?
full health. You want to like come
All right,
back and join
everyone's
the battle?
full health.
Like, no, we're not. The rest
All
of
right.
us are like highly injured. You're on
Yeah,
the
we're
outside
all
full
hurting
health. You
pretty
wanna, like,
bad.
The
help
jam
out a little
board
bit?
says that everybody's. Oh.
Oh, refresh.
Refresh
Never mind.
that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Ember's alive because I just healed for 12. Show is at 12 out of 41.
You
were
were
like
literally
farting
seeing
around
full
on the
health
outside of
this
the circle.
entire
Like,
time,
come
weren't you,
join
Yansen?
me. I'm full health. Y'all,
Shadows
I'm gonna have a
didn't
picnic
have a
over here.
spot on the jam of the thing, and I was just like, oh, I don't know.
I think we broke the.
And that is that weird, sickly smell in the air.
Oh, God.
Something like rotting meat.
Ew. As we're walking, I'm like starting to like shake it off, and I'm just gonna say under my breath, she's just mad her mom never wanted her home for holidays either.
Wow, that's some Gossip Girl shit. Like,
Wow.
Anybody else smell that?
It smells like salt.
Smells like
Not-
tea to me.
Not what I meant.
Right. If you didn't know that was one of our clips, that's going in the
Oh, dearie me.
Do we have
You say very
Okay,
funny.
so now that we're back,
I'm very funny.
Wow.
No, I don't.
Now that we're back, thank you for
Nobody
chilling
else
out during the break.
swears.
But you were as we were coming back, and y'all were going to make a plan. So the party is now holed up in a barracks. I will also give you freely. There were 3 of those large, burly men that escorted you. The one escorted you in, and
Yeah, he seems soft. We could take him.
as he was kind of settling you in and making sure we got in, you notice 2 more have moved into the common room while you are setting up to sleep. And then you were
could
going to
I
make a
ask
plan.
one of them to tuck me in for a bedtime story so I can see if they have any weapons?
Okay, so first, they're going to say no.
Okay, that's fair.
Second, let me look. Because if I'm not mistaken,
My passive insight is a 14.
yeah, they are packing weapons.
Okay, good to know. That's mostly what I was trying to go for. I did not need a bedtime story. Just to be clear.
Yeah. Each of them has a large blade strapped to their side naturally that they just move with.
Okay, so not hard to figure that out. Got it.
No. As it had benefit, all 3 of them, as you kind of watch them for a few moments, they move as though they don't even notice the weapons are there. So
They're probably really good with them.
These are guys. Yeah, they just when they go to walk around each other, their hand naturally goes to the hilt to steer it so it doesn't hit another person. Kind of stuff. When one sits down on the chair, it naturally the sword kind of just folds up behind him as he tucks into the chair as though he's sat with a blade at his hip since he was a teen.
Like cell swords?
They could be.
Well, usually cell swords have mismatched
No.
armor.
They're not that kind of cell sword.
Okay.
Their armor's not mismatched. It's decent. It's not great. I mean, it's
But there's
Splint.
no regalia or
no
heraldry on it.
Nope.
Okay. Good to know.
Nope. And then they'll once they've established you do not need a bedtime story, and that you should sleep tight, or the tentacled monster will come get you and eat you in the night. They close the door.
That's not a good bedtime story.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
Is the door locked, or is it like all the other doors that there's no?
Well, I mean, it was probably locked from the inside, right?
As you go to check it, it's not. There's no locking. The locking mechanism is actually on the inside of it.
Okay.
You are not locked in.
Okay, so I'm going to cast message now that we're all in our room, and I'm just going to be like, this is probably the best way to speak. And I send that to each and every one of them, as all you see before you is Sadie's eyes going a little red black and pointing at each and one of you as you hear this in your head.
Cool.
So all of them have lots of weapons. They move pretty innately with them. Not super great. I'm gonna guess that they're probably pretty light sleepers.
Well, all we need to do is take the head off this beast.
Well, yes,
these
obviously,
will fall
taking
in
the
line.
head off is very efficient. It's a matter of getting there to take the head off.
Well,
And
it's
also, we
only-
said it was going to be an accident.
Well, we can sort that out, but
What's
it's
an
just the
accident?
room. Right? Can we just give him? So we give him the proceed.
Yeah.
At this point, is that
We filled them in.
Yes, yeah, fill them in about the fact this other guy is saying they want off, but it's because of the hubris of this Ozymandias fella that he insists on keeping up this whole cult-like thing that's going on. Nice word, by the way.
And to be clear, I'm the one that's saying this through message, so there may be
Yeah.
some details maybe lost in the translation, but I don't think
Getting
are
the gist,
necessary.
yeah. We're keeping it super silent though, yeah. And what he said, he does believe, is that they would, if Ozymandias was to tragically die in his sleep, in a way that wasn't too suspicious, they would probably look to a new leader, a new spiritual guide. Now, that fella was saying it could be him. Well, we did kind of just raise the flag. Well, am I not a very persuasive religious type person, and maybe they would fall under our flag if we were to remove.
So they wanted one leader.
Okay. So any death of a leader is going to be suspicious, especially when there's new people.
Yes.
There's no way around that. To take out a leader, you don't just kill the leader. That will cause all sorts of problems. There's
So
going
we
to be
might have to
rebellions.
stay here for 2 days or so, or 3 days, and then hey, Innes, how good are you at making drugs?
I don't really dabble in alchemy.
You don't, or you can't?
I don't.
Okay, so you don't, but that doesn't mean you can't.
I don't.
I think he can be convinced.
The way to take out a leader is not to kill the leader. It's to turn those who are following the leader against him.
Yes. How?
Do you all trust me?
Well.
I have an idea, but I need some time with it overnight. And I will group up with you all in the morning for it. Is that okay? But I do not think we should move to kill him tonight.
Okay, I could be convinced. Where do you have like a vague, like broad strokes of this plan? Like,
I
because
might
agree,
be a distraction in the middle of the night, which I think you would be so good at.
Yeah,
you're very charming.
Hey,
for those. Yeah.
I just messaged Alice. I'm like, yo, you hear that? I'm not making any point to like not like I'm very clearly pointing at her. And then I was like, yeah, I could do that. Do we have any more of that whiskey?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that.
Okay, I have a plan.
Is the plan fire? Because I would like to veto it.
No, not like
There is no
literal
fire.
fire. There's not literal fire. Like this place is already kind of burned down. There's a reason why the cellar survived. We can't light the cellar on fire. Can't light stone on fire. It's pure physics. I understand fire quite well. But with this whiskey, I do have a plan.
Okay. Then, in the middle of the night, if you could create some sort of diversion.
Got you.
Perhaps on the other side of the room.
She does need a long rest.
Exactly.
Does that make a difference?
Oh.
Yeah, you actually need to sleep.
I do. I think that's you telling me I'm useful.
It's me. That's me telling you that you made a critical error in the last battle and you drained yourself and now you need to rest. Otherwise, you could absolutely do what you need to do. But unfortunately, you made that decision. So,
but I still need to rest because I'm useful. If I wasn't useful, you wouldn't give a shit about me resting.
what is it with the women today?
I'm holding this above your head for so long.
You just want me to care
Right.
about them.
Are we having a kip or not then? I mean,
If you all need a long rest, I can try to be as stealthy as possible, which I can be relatively.
How long is a long rest, Lantern?
8 hours.
Fuck. Okay.
Can there be like a mild interruption in the middle? Like
no.
Like
Probably
a
not.
15-minute wake up?
Technically. Okay, at least 8 hours long. Character sleeps for at least 6, performs no more than 2 hours of late activity. If the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, they must begin the rest again to begin the benefit from it.
Strenuous activity.
Okay, even just asking them if like where to use the washroom or something like that. Just
well, anybody can do that.
Okay, and if anyone wants to do it, yes.
Okay.
What's curious to me is the interpretations I've heard of the long rest rule is if the battle lasts less than an hour, it does not technically interrupt.
Oh,
the
you'll be
long
fine.
rest.
It So let's say that you got up in the middle of the night to go piss girl. That wouldn't interrupt the long rest.
Right.
Then
Actually,
you're fine.
the interpretations I've read of the rules are you can get up in the middle of the night to go take a piss. You can kill a party of orcs.
Lit. Then you're good.
So if someone were to get up in the middle of the night with a bottle of whiskey and knock on Ogman's door very loudly to wake up the rest of the crew that's sleeping inside this room.
Yes.
That would not interrupt your long rest. If you spend more than an hour in his company of strenuous activity, that would interrupt the long rest.
An hour?
What if
hour?
I'm not the one doing the strenuous activity?
You just like to lay there? No?
If it means getting your spell slots back.
Wow.
You
Sadie's
can fall
the
asleep in
ultimate
the
sugar
middle.
baby. She needs
That
like
is-
she's a warlock.
I think we're talking 3 minutes tops, aren't we? You know?
Yeah, I could just fucking rock his world and then like make him go to sleep. Like,
I mean, we do need.
So your
we do
patron
need an
likes to
extra bed,
watch,
so.
Oh.
I think we broke a lantern. I've never seen him so red.
I'm just
Lantern's
saying, I
neck
will
matches
literally
your
take one
shirt.
for the team. Like, Sadie does not like this idea, but she'll do it.
I bet his quarters are nicer than ours, so.
Probably really nice. Yeah, there might be like a feather bed.
Duck
Did you
pillow.
come in at the wrong
duck
time,
feather
Van, or
pillow.
did you come in at exactly the right time? That's exactly the question that we're all asking ourselves.
So that's the plan. Let's do it.
Right.
LFG.
Can somebody, just for the Reverend's benefit here, can somebody just go through this plan again with me from step 1 to step 2?
We don't get to hear the plan. We just get to vibe.
Vibe, right.
Innes is
I
going
don't
to
think
cast
there's any
alarm.
electricity in this building. I don't think vibes will be bad.
Innes
there's
is setting up
electricity.
tripwire and a bell across the fucking door, casting alarm, using that. He's going to sit down at the fucking table
we
in the
don't
middle.
need to
That
do
we're
that.
gonna open.
Put his
no.
back
Yeah,
back on the
no,
fucking table,
no,
and he's going to put his
no.
fucking head down and let these idiots
No. Stop. Because how's she gonna leave if you put an alarm on the door?
Alarm only works against unwanted intrusion. She can leave all she fucking wants.
And come back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
She knows the wire's there, essentially. Yeah. Just tiptoe over.
Good at tiptoe.
Okay.
Cool.
So what happens next?
Also, Innes is paying no attention to any of your plans and is putting his backpack on the table as a pillow and just going to fucking sleep.
Sorry, it is.
I like this. No, this is proper. This is the 5 stages of change. If you know your Maslow's things of grief and whatever it is, yeah. He's going through anger now. He started off with shock. Yeah, he was shocked.
Can I just say it seems a bit more like puberty to me, but whatever.
No, he's no fair dues. He was in
I
shock.
feel like you're really butthurt about losing.
Then he was
is what it
fear.
sounds like.
Now he's in anger. The next step is acceptance and embrace of the change. This is all right, Innes. Get it out your system, my friend. I reckon you'll be quite happy.
Anyway, we're going to
lot
bed.
of you out of my system.
Anyway, we're going to bed.
Okay. Then what happens?
I execute the plan, but like I make sure that like everyone's kind of like in the middle of the sleep, so like that they're somewhat sleepy during this.
Okay.
I want them to be as like groggy as possible. So like, you know, sleep cycles, they're like an hour and a half, right? So I want to interrupt it right in the fucking middle so that everyone is at their worst.
Okay. It's about 2.5 hours later. You rouse yourself. I'm not even going to ask how. We'll assume something involving a cantrip happens.
Comfy did it.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say like Quincy knows, like he just like
What happens next?
I like open the door and I, you know, like drunk people, how like they think they're being really quiet and they're just like tiptoeing and they're not quiet at all. I am putting that as a farce. So I'm pretending to be very drunk and I'm like, ooh, like giggling, like stepping over every single person that I possibly can, waking them up. And I'm just like, where's Ogman's room? And I am giggling and like sipping on a whiskey bottle.
You stagger out of the room over to the table where 2 of them are sleeping with their boots up on the table itself, with their arms crossed and kind of leaning half back in the chair. Because they are asleep as you emerge. And you're going to pointedly wake them up?
Accidentally, by like, like tripping over them to like, oops, oh no. So that their focus is on me.
Okay. Yes, they will both wake up rather quickly.
Good. Very good.
Ooh.
It's at this point, like, I have like a little, like, I would assume that Confused is kind of watching me, and like, I'll just like, be like, okay, now it's time. And I give him the eyebrows, and so he'll wake up Lady Marie, letting her know that it is time.
Okay. Comfort will come squawk at Lady Marie.
Well, like, nudge her with his beak, not like quack.
She's a light sleeper, so it's
yeah.
Okay.
It's more of like a he knows how to do things.
Okay. Marie is awake.
All right. So Marie climbs out of bed, detangles herself from Ellis. And so did I see where what's her face went at the end of the night? Is she still in the altar?
Stay focused. God damn it, Marie.
You have
This is
not,
part of my plan.
You have not. No, you did not. As far as you know, yes, she must still be in there.
Okay.
As
I'd
you
like to
don't know where she is otherwise.
Okay. I would like to remove my chainmail to gain advantage on stealth.
Or to lose disadvantage is a better way to phrase it.
Yes, that's to lose disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
And I would like to go to the altar room.
Okay.
Very quietly.
So that's okay. And Sadie is providing you cover for this.
I'm just
That's
laughing.
the plan.
And...
Yep.
Tripping over all
Sadie's
the
over
sleep bag
here.
back. I'm like, augment.
And they're both. Can you really quickly, Jenna, throw down a d20?
Why not a performance check?
Yeah, why doesn't she get to perform?
Oh no, because I'm.
This is absolutely a performance. She
It
does
is
not
very much a
want augment.
performance. Oh yeah, it is very. Oh, there could. You've made it very clear that augment is your point of interest this evening. However, we have had some interesting turns this evening, and I'm curious what these two burly men think of that. So I would just love you to throw down a quick d20 for me.
Oh wait, did they like me too? Nice.
Is it?
Could be.
Is it really?
It probably isn't with the 4.
Well, it depends on what your goal was. I'm not going to role play. I don't know you that well. There are lines.
Feel free.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say there is a suggestion that well, we'll just say 2 is better than 1.
Seeing an opportunity, Sadie will take it. And because that means she gets 2 people out rather than just 1.
Okay. There you go.
How many people are in the room?
This guy, they're going to like head over, wake this guy up, tell him to keep a watch, and they're going to head to one of these corner rooms over here.
I mean, like, if you want to take a watch, you should take a watch. And I nudge the one that's taking a watch. Hopefully with a persuasion check.
Roll it.
14.
14. Under the circumstances, I'm not going to let you have that one. Just because they
Anybody want to add to roll? Now it's a great time.
Yeah, I'm like, if anyone wants to add to roll, otherwise I'm going to be like, what if I flash a boob?
It's with advantage.
No, that's when Pond is running.
Not
the game.
on stream, obviously, but
That's
like
when
in
Pond is running
character.
the game.
I have had to deal with boobs in my games before.
Yeah. Yep.
It would be the party boob, so it's like the good boob.
But we're gonna. I think it's this. Nope, everything's turned on. Whoop. There it is. You gotta
Darth
reroll.
Kayla has called for a reroll. Stop, back up,
Okay,
and
so
do
like,
it
are
again.
we sure this couldn't be performance?
No, you are trying to persuade him to go against orders.
Okay, that's fair. It was worth asking.
Come on, girl.
16.
Okay. He'll stand in the doorway.
Nice.
Magic tits.
We are not going to discuss what goes on in there.
The party boob strikes again.
We are not discussing.
This is what we call fade to black.
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Fade to black. Yeah, the camera just like he just leans. The last thing we see is his eyes go, oh, and then the camera just goes
Sort of tilts his head.
It's like those Sim scenes with like
What
the woohoo.
Yes, yes. Which, by the way,
What the
folks,
fuck's going on in this room?
What are they gonna? Oh,
Who's gonna do?
Yeah,
who's gonna
exactly.
do
And
what
like,
with
and
the
then like,
cauldron?
and then Saint Kevin.
so meanwhile, so he's
Now
got
this
his
is how
back
you
to the
convert.
room. What's happening now? Beside-
Lady Marie would like to scoot on over towards the altar as quietly as possible.
Roll me a stealth with advantage, please.
Marie, you better fucking do this quickly.
18.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You managed to silently make your way to the chapel.
Right. Is she in there? Come on. Say she's in there.
Oh,
I know
gosh,
you
no.
moved her token over.
No,
Come
no.
on.
She's not in there.
Okay. Okay. Can I use detect magic to see where she is? Because I know she is a magical person.
It doesn't really work that way, and you don't know how many of the other acolytes / priests / the guy who's called the high priest would also radiate magic.
Okay.
So
With a quick assessment, do you think I would be able to figure out where she... Oh, there's a lot of doors here. Fuck.
there are a lot of doors.
Okay.
On the plus side, the top room is where the big boss is. Well, because
Right.
that's the room that he retreated back into with his boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will go and try to sneak into... Oh, God, I hate this. This room here.
Really? That one? Okay.
Or
No,
this
no.
one?
No,
Or
no.
this one?
No,
I don't
you
fucking
can
know.
you can totally go there. I'm just confirming you are going to sneak within 10 feet of a guy who's technically supposed to be watching to make sure y'all don't leave that room.
Okay. Fuck
Well,
it. You know what?
technically, but is he really watching that?
Roll me that stealth check. Creep.
With advantage still?
No.
Can I roll performance while this is happening?
We have established previously that performance can be used as a check in this kind of situation.
Wait, hold on. Before this happens, I have a question.
You have a
Would
question.
based off of my smart brain, would I be able to deduce that she would likely be sleeping in a room that is similar to the one that we're sleeping in, meaning there are multiple people?
Well, you counted a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4 people in addition to the 3 guards.
Okay.
Of whom you've established them. So there's only so many doors.
Right.
Marie,
Yo,
I
we
fucking
need some-
swear if this is just some revenge shit.
We need some bardic inspiration in this bitch.
Yeah,
not
well, I'm a
revenge
little
shit, it was
busy
a
right
good
now.
It was a good plan. I had such a good plan, and
I
then
thought that
this
you were
bitch
really
wasn't
good
in the
at
altar.
multitasking.
I'm sure she is being very inspiring.
Multitasking right now.
I was going to say, how is she going to
I'm sure she's
at the
bardically
moment?
inspiring someone right now, but it's not Lady Marie.
Oh, no.
So about the performance roll.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to go to the other rooms because I don't trust that. I will fucking wait in this altar room until morning. I just needed the distraction to get in here.
Just to get in the room. That's all this is for.
Look, the plan didn't go flawlessly. Not all plans go 100%.
Here I am performing my literal tits off, and this is just to get into a room.
Can I Pond, I'm gonna make you do something you're not gonna like.
It's all right. Sadie
I-
already had to.
I need you to roll me, Lady. I need you to give me a wisdom save for Lady Marie.
Okay.
I'll let you make it as a wisdom save though. But I'm just kind of curious about what the dice think about what you're doing tonight.
All right, 11.
The dice are not a fan either.
Okay, then that's fine. You're fine.
It's okay.
We don't know what she's gonna do.
Okay, so you have secluded yourself in the chapel.
Yes.
He's going to.
You've doffed your armor.
Yes.
So you're
I still have my
relative to how
shield.
we've seen. Yeah.
And an axe.
He's going to just. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't even know what to make of that.
Who the fuck's he? Oh,
The
St.
guard.
Kevin.
The guard.
I'm like, hey, big boy.
Yeah, he's not sure he can keep up with you.
That's fair. Take that as a
But they
compliment.
when as you've had your time to come out of the fade to black, they will escort you as best they can back into the room with a lot of grins and.
I do not need an escort.
She didn't even find what's his name.
I also
What's his name?
exhausted them, so there. Can I please roll the performance check to see how much I exhausted them, so that I can just get out of the bed alone? I do not want any escorting.
Okay, as long as you head back there, they won't walk you all the way to the door.
I will walk towards there.
Okay, I'll put you there.
That they're too busy high-fiving to notice where you actually go.
He's going to kind of lean up against the wall there. And I think he's going to about do the same. So you get to about there-ish. I'm assuming you have a plan.
Me?
Yep. Yeah, so what's Sadie doing?
Yes. So because that they are there and Sadie is here, where's Marie?
F if you know.
So she's not in this fucking room.
She's not in the big room. And all of the doors are shut.
I am familiar with this target, right? Would you say these walls are 1 foot or smaller?
About a foot.
About a foot, not a foot.
What are you trying to do?
Cast message and be like, where the fuck are you?
You have to know what direction she's in.
Oh, I am going like this, so I have like my middle hands, and I'm just doing like, and I am pointing in 4 different directions.
I'll allow
It
it.
doesn't say I have to point in 1 direction. It just says I have to point in the right direction.
I'll allow it.
Yes. Fuck yes. Power to Ozzy. All right.
Okay. Half asleep, Marie will hear, "Where are you?"
Well, we were doing something.
we are doing something. I need you to trust me. I need one of the priests to come into this room, and no one's here, so I have to wait.
Okay. Where are the priests?
I don't know. I couldn't get close enough to search any of the other rooms.
Do you need another distraction? Hopefully not the same one
You
as
did
last time.
plan. You did.
No, I know I did. I can do a different type of distraction. I have a fiddle.
I mean, if you're feeling
Wait, no, but I also really need to sleep. I'm gonna be useless if I don't sleep. I should sleep. I should sleep. Okay.
I'm going to take a little nap here.
Okay.
And wait till morning. Someone will come in.
Okay.
And it will be fine.
Good talk. Also,
Good.
yeah, it sucks when you watch Ellis flirt with other people, right? Yeah, okay. Bye. Good night. And Sadie's gonna go like cuddle up next to Kunti in her bed.
Okay. So we all getting a long rest here.
You all get a long rest.
We do? Hell yeah.
Yep.
Even you?
I was not the one doing strenuous
No, not
activity.
you. Like, even
Marie
Marie
is
gets a
lightly
longer-
sleeping in the.
LFG. What happens next?
Spell slots.
Who is the first person come into this altar room?
Okay, so all right, we're gonna move a few people around. By the time people start to stir, Marie will be woken by the sound of the door opening to the chapel.
So which way does the door swing? Out or in?
Both ways.
Okay, so there's a really.
It was a
me.
easy swing. Come on.
Not in this house.
That's fair. With as far as things have gone today, you know,
That's nothing.
Okay, so
It's a
there's
goddamn softball.
There's no, that's not a very dark color. Hang on, there we go. That one will stick out better. There's the door. So it swings towards you.
All right, so I'd like to be on the side that it swings towards, like, so if it opens, it won't hit me, but I'm like in that corner, just like. Which one is it? They are all wearing hoods.
Yeah, it's a hooded figure. Who
A
comes
hooded
walking
figure?
in with a candle, and is heading straight towards the altar. Their back is to you.
It's fine because I still have to do my plan over any sort of revenge. It was just kind of a double deal. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. I like to go up to the person and with a dagger that a certain Rev gave me, I'd like to slit their throat from behind. I would like to sneak up.
Okay, now this escalated quickly.
Okay.
Oh, dear. I do like the fact that, I mean, the Reverend's going to wake up this morning because I slept through all of this.
Same.
I'm just going to go.
Must be nice.
Morning. You have a nice.
I woke up to armor in the bed. I don't know what the fuck. Like,
You rolled over like. That.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
There's a pillow stuffed inside the chainmail shirt.
Can you use chainmail as a weighted blanket?
Yeah. So we've got a disheveled Sadie. I mean, we've got an Innis who's gone into the anger stage of working out what's
To be
going
fair, Sadie is always a little disheveled, so.
Darby's not even sure which way is up right now.
Big mood.
Good for them.
Yeah.
So, who's dead?
That's a great question. First, I need a stealth check.
Do you get advantage if they don't know you're
Yeah,
in the
because
room?
they weren't expecting me to be in this room at all because they thought it was empty. Do I get advantage?
Are you wearing your armor?
No,
I'm
she's
not.
Roll
I
your
failed
dang
on it.
stealth.
Okay.
You vengeful SOB.
12.
Okay, that's a roll. Let's see.
Fuck, I wish I gave you inspiration before going to bed.
It's all right. You were busy, commenting on our shared.
I was busy.
Okay. Let's see. So you definitely have the drop on them. I'm gonna ask you to roll me an attack roll with advantage.
Okay.
You are not really the roguey, sneaky, murdery type.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to have to like you're trying to get up and grab and do. The alternative was you could try to grab them with a grapple, and then slit their throat once they're incapacitated. Or you can take you are not trained in you are not Jason Bourne. The closest Jason Bourne in your party is the half-drunk priest.
Yep.
Excuse me. I'm very adept at various types of murder.
Okay, so
Jason Bourne like.
No question. How squishy do
You're
they
probably
look?
more
Like, 'cause they're in a
John
robe,
Wick.
so I'm guessing they're kind of squishy.
Yes.
Like, do I think that perhaps the power behind a hand axe would be more likely to kill them in one? Like, I don't want to fight. I just want to murder them.
Yeah.
So would I be better off using a hand axe?
Just straight up, yeah. The hand axe is more likely to take their head off than trying to
Yeah, I
get
just
around
wanna-
and slit their throat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the hand axe then.
Okay, fair enough.
That is a 25 to hit.
Remember when we said new people is like not a great time to murder others?
But you do have advantage, so you can roll it again.
All right. Yeah.
There is a 5% chance you will get a natural 20.
Definitely not.
You did not. All right, what's the damage on that hand axe?
All right. 11. Maybe I hunter's marked them before.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
You you don't have to 100 mark them on anything. You just pop out of the shadows and just wham, and they
Okay.
just
Shit.
they just hit the ground hard.
Can I see who it is now?
You sure. Pick something. Odd or even?
Odd.
Yeah, I'll go odd.
I don't want even numbers.
And who do you want it to be if it's odd?
What's her face?
Okay.
Cesaria.
Cesaria. Didn't remember.
Okay.
That is some great TV.
There you go. You kick the body over, and indeed it is Cesaria's.
Wow.
Okay. That was lucky. Then I will take her blood on my fingers. I'll take 2 fingers. And then I will write on the wall, "The kingdom must burn."
Oh! Fuck yes!
Well, can you just check?
I told you it was also a plan. It wasn't just revenge.
Wow. Can we
You have
check if she's
earned
got
Sadie's
some,
respect as soon as she realizes what happens.
while you're there, can you just see if she's got any nice rings?
Yeah, bring me a
give a-
present.
You know what? If she is wearing a ring, I will grab 1 ring.
She is
It's not for the reps. Okay.
No.
Oh,
What
bullshit.
is she wearing?
Can you grab me a lock of hair?
No.
Y'all are sick.
This is exactly what Ines has been saying.
Look, y'all have been saying that Marie is the sane one, and look, she's not really that.
I will now actually follow
I don't think I've ever said Marie was the same one.
I will follow you now. I'm just like,
There are some. There are some trust issues between you and Ellis here. I think.
No,
actually.
not between me and Ellis. I just don't like other people. I said that. I was being completely honest with that.
Jealousy
Right.
is a funny thing when it's not that you're worried about your partner, but you just don't fucking like anybody else.
I mean,
in the
if you find your
vicinity.
partner attractive, surely everyone will find your partner attractive.
So as you're writing this on the wall in the blood of someone else, you get about halfway through the kingdom, and the door opens.
And I just continue writing blankly, without even turning around.
Cool. What are we doing at this
My
point? Does this all
message is-
happen?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, like-
still waking up, I guess.
Okay, you don't. Okay, I woke up to empty armor, and you don't think
You
that
did.
I'm like, oh, that's a bit fucking bad, isn't it? What
You
the
interpret
fuck?
as you want.
The Reverend's waking
You
up.
will hear
Right.
a scream from the
Sadie
main
death
room.
metal screams in retaliation and starts playing a super metal violin solo. Well, just like it's part of the music.
I feel like she would be the last person to wake up because she was busy last night. That's just.
It's a pretty healthy scream. So we're gonna put everybody on the map now as they
It's
are
the sleepiest
all
goddamn
rushing
violin
to see what's
solo.
going on.
I
He is
am
going
booking
to
it.
rouse himself to get to there.
I am booking it.
I'm like, oh god, I am so sorry.
I'm carrying this armor and I'm getting the fuck out of this room.
This is my morning practice.
Okay, so you're carrying the armor out of the room. Let me pop over to here real quick.
The Reverend will obviously follow Ellis at this point because you've given me a quick
Okay,
eyebrow
put that over there for everybody.
raise on the way out as well. So I've got me drink and I've just ambled out with you as well.
Yeah, the one that's standing here in the doorway watching you write in okay. Writing in blood on the wall, it points and shouts, "She killed her!"
And at that point, Marie will turn around with the most blank face ever and says, "The great leader spoke to me last night. She was not, she was wavering in faith, and she had to go."
There's a lot of like hustling and bustling. The two of the guards will come in immediately to take you by the arms.
Not in this bitch.
She'll step back. He's going to come over to here. She's going to stand there in the doorway. He's going to come over there. This guard's going over there. Ogman's going to run over there to see what's going on. So they're all going to kind of gaggle up over here.
Can I go to
where are we?
You are now rousing enough that you can come out, and I would love to know where you are going as the guards, as the two large guards rush into the room to
What
grab
guards?
I'm
What
going
guards?
to the room.
the big burly dudes that you were having fun with last night.
I'm going to the
Excellent.
door.
That makes it so much better. So like I
Would like to be in here.
I'd be like,
follow them
yep.
into the room.
I'd be like,
Because I know
Seiji,
where the commotion is.
I'll be like, while that commotion's going on, I'll be saying to Seiji, we need to get rid of the top guy, remember? So while everybody's getting a bit in the
Shut the fuck
kerfuffle.
up. Hold on. I think I have a little leg up on the situation. If I could get
Actually-
inspiration for the pun, that would be great. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to put you guys right there. He's going to move as you guys are charging down around the corner to investigate. He's going to put
I
himself in
just
the
give
middle.
him the eyes. I'm like,
whoa.
I will. I'll punch him out. I don't care. Like just to get the fuck out of my way.
Bully
Like,
past him.
I'm full sending. I don't give a fuck. Like the second that I woke up to empty armor.
Ellis,
I was
I message
leaving.
Ellis and I just like
Like-
point and I'm like doing like my like like the verbal semantics and I'm like no one knows what's happening. I'm like, Ellis, shut the fuck up. I think I
didn't
might
s-
be able to
I
get
didn't-
this.
I didn't say anything, but I'm like
Ellis.
when I woke up to empty
Seriously.
armor,
Trust me.
regardless of what anybody else thinks or says, the first thing that I'm going to do is get up and find the person who it belonged to.
I will get your wife back for you.
Yeah, but you like I don't think you understand. Like when y'all were getting up, I was already gone. Like I have a professional job to do.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to basically drag him with you into the room.
If I have to.
That's
like,
fair. That's
if he's holding on to me, I'm fucking legging it.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm keeping this simple under the circumstances. It's going to be, yeah. He's going to, you can muscle through him and he'll just like be holding on to you as you go in. So just point of clarity here. So Les knows exactly what is happening. Marie was standing in front of "The Kingdom Must" written in blood on the wall as two very large burly guys, both of which have a sword out, are moving to grab hold of her, and there's a filleted body of one of the members of the church sprawled across one of the benches. Okay, so we're all good with that?
No.
I wouldn't say I'm good with it, but I'm pretty sure that's where the situation stands.
It's like, we have to like, the guys, just take a breath. Take a breath.
Wait, are they exhausted?
Not that exhausted.
Oh fuck.
No more than you are.
As I said, I was not the one doing strenuous activity. Could they gain a level of exhaustion if I roll performance really well?
No.
Fuck.
But he's the one that's like on Ellis. Is like, you need to calm down. We don't know what happened. This doesn't look good.
These are the ones I tumbled with.
One of them is. The other one that you tumbled with is the one that's like on Ellis.
I will make my presence known at the door.
Yoink. Yoink. Oh,
And I'm just going to
You're kind of like there's an effort to keep you out of the space.
and I just you know, like do like a nice little like two finger down like the chest of his armor and like place a hand on his bicep, and I'm like, what's going on there?
He kind of, I don't know. We just the guards have it covered.
Are you sure they have it covered?
I think
I feel
they
like
do.
you're just so big and strong. Like, you should really be captain of the guards, right? I think you should.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to start a riot. So who's to say? Why would you be the one standing in the door? Shouldn't you be the one gathering the prisoner? Shouldn't that be your job?
All right, roll me persuasion.
Fuck yes.
Go ahead, Bard. Do the Bard.
I'm pretty sure that's what she was doing last night.
No, that's what they were doing last night.
Oh.
That's gonna be a 24, baby. Yes. Hopefully.
Okay. Okay, sure. Let's do it. Yoink. They go in to investigate because you're right. They should be part of the investigation.
And I will be your right-hand woman.
And he's going to come to here. And what exactly is everyone else doing? Darby is just trying not to get herself in trouble.
Big mood.
She's like probably right about there. How's Innes doing through all of this screaming and shouting and muscling?
Innes is sweeping all of his night tinkering into his bag. Seriously, Darby, you get used to it faster than you'd think.
Come on, Innes. So much going down. Let's go find out. Yeah.
Something's always going down.
I know, but you're surprisingly good at this when you put your mind to it. So come on. So I'm just going to gesture to Innes. Come on, let's go. And I'm just going to go up to kind of where Sadie is.
Okay.
I think.
Turkey.
Okay. Well, Sadie can go in the room now. She's unescorted.
All right. Where are you going? Because I'm
Ozzy's coming around. Ozymandias is coming over here to get a look in to kind of collect what's happening. And Ogmund is going to go stand next to them. Odium is going to come over, is approaching with these two, but they're not getting any closer. And then you also notice an elf has come out of this door next to the stairwell.
It's an elf?
Yeah.
Fuck.
She's sort of standing over there,
Oh, not the she.
taking a look at what's going on.
Oh, she's a kaiju. Very big. Okay.
Just so you can get a quick glance at the appearance. There we go. So that's where we all are.
So who are the
is asking what
people
we're all
in
thinking.
this room that I have tumbled with?
So what's what?
Who are the people in this room that I tumbled with?
One of them is currently trying to hold Ellis back. The other one is trying to take Marie into custody.
Mm-hmm.
How is Marie handling that, by the way?
She is absolutely letting them take her into custody, which usually she doesn't like men touching her, but she is trying to maintain a very straight face. That same kind of blank face
Straight.
that she had before.
I am going to kind of just like on the corner do like my verbal and semantic bullshit, and then I pull up the material things, and then I just point at the two guards, and I'm just like, you know, I remember how you manhandled another person last night. Why not do that again? And also, like, why are you doing this? Who
What
are
the
you
fuck is
serving?
going on? I do not understand. What the fuck?
I am trying to both
like-
seduce them and incite anarchy, and I don't know which one's going to hold, so I'm going for both angles.
You know what? Here's the scoop. Here's
I'm
the scoop.
so
That's
fucking
an anarchy,
confused.
you know, like
I've been
little, like-
confused
It's
for
9 o'clock and lantern's over.
Quote, I am trying to both seduce them and incite anarchy. Is bard.txt.
I feel like that needs to be quoted. Well, it's bard lock, like in its essence of all.
I need an
essence.
understanding of what the fuck it like. I feel like there's so much going on, but also like
there's a lot going on.
Not enough for me to like cinematically understand the like the timing in which all of these things are happening. Does that make sense? Like there's like in this tiny moment, you're trying to tell me that 800 things are going on. Do you know what I mean? Like there's these long conversations and is she being captured and do they have hands on her and am I still fighting with this guy? Like I need to understand the imagery as a whole because right now I don't.
There are hands on her and I'm trying to make it not so for you.
Right. So here's where we are. Here's where we are. Let's bring it all together. As we can see, we'll take the simple stuff. Odium, who wanted you to murder Ozymandias, is standing with two other people off to the side watching with interest. This elf, presumably Bailey, who has been mentioned a few times since you arrived, is standing in the doorway to the room she has claimed as hers, also watching with some interest. Darby is looking mildly horrified at the chaos. Innes is looking like Darby.
Less horrified, more... Yeah, this tracks.
I'm sorry, it is.
The Reverend has meandered down the wall, a little bit drunk, or at least appearing as such, while Ozymandias himself is standing, looking into the chapel, waiting until things settle down enough that he can take control of the situation. And Ogmund is standing behind next to him in that standard, I get paid to make sure this guy doesn't die pose. Meanwhile, Sadie has managed to push her way into the chapel, having more or less talked her way through the one cultist who was trying to keep her out. That was on the heels of Ellis dragging a guard into the chapel to see what's going on, having figured out this might be where Marie is. Marie, for her part, has committed homicide and then attempted vandalism with the blood of her victim. Where she now stands, with her back to her handiwork, with a guard on either side of her holding a forearm, or an upper arm, with one hand and a blade with the other. That's where we are.
She's holding a weapon?
No, Maria is not armed, but each of the guards has drawn a weapon in this moment. And as we are at our 3-hour mark,
no,
I think we're going to have to pick this up next week. Especially out of respect for the time zones we all work with, because we have two people that I believe now are pushing the 2 a.m. mark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's every week for me. I don't understand. Like,
what
what are you
are you
talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, I have to wake
Bloody
up at 8
amateurs.
a.m. every single fucking week. No, absolutely. And I'm sorry, I have to be camera ready by 8 a.m.
It's all right. The Reverend's having
You're
a whale
always
of a
camera ready,
time.
Jenna. We love you.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, just really quickly, that I couldn't shake this guy off me? That's really the thing that I'm trying to establish is that I
Take
couldn't
one
get...
for the team, Ellis.
Well, you shook him off and that you got past him, but he's not just watching you run away. He's sticking right with you.
Well, I punched him in the face. So
You're not Barry
I
Sanders.
did. No, to be fair, I did say I punched him in the face and I kept legging it.
Oh yeah, you elbows flew.
That guy, his nose is broken.
Maybe either way, but I feel
Fine,
like
I'll roll an unarmed strike and
this
we'll
is
see what I'm in.
a wonderful bit of tension and confusion, and actually it's nice that we ended on okay, here is everything, because we know exactly where we're going to start next time. Because whatever
With a recap of exactly what you just said, because we're not going to remember it.
Yeah, well, and more to the point, especially because I have to replace the map, so I don't know what's going to happen when I do. Also, to this particular point, anything that's going to happen right now is not going to be resolved in an hour. So I feel
Fair.
like this is a good break point anyways as a DM. So even if we weren't bumping time zones, I might say, I think this is a good place to wrap for the week. If we all want to hang out for a little while longer, I'll go grab some red flag cards and we can play a card game. But we're not going to be, that's where we are tonight. So, as we often end up our streams, we'll go around the table again with our recap pass of who we were, or who we are, where to find us, who we were, and our star moment of the evening. This was definitely a memorable evening, and we're gonna roll it in the exact same order we did last time, just to change it up, and to give Al a chance to find a star tonight. Pond, kick us off.
Heyo, I'm that other Pond. I stream here on Twitch and I play Lady Marie. And my star of the night was probably usually I try not to make stars about me, but also the fact that I got to slit someone's throat and write something in blood across the wall and watch everyone react to that when I was
that
like,
was
just
pretty
trust
fucking
me.
cool.
It's like, just trust me. It's fine. That was pretty fun. And me just on the side messaging Lantern being like, this is going to be cinematic pretty much. I was just like, look. Yeah, I went full Chamber of Secrets. It's fine. It's a good time. So I had fun with that. And also the second star of the night was just watching Ellis flirt accidentally with someone and then just me getting to react to all that as well. Too bad.
Well, obviously this is a chance because of the wonderful table arrangement. We now go straight to Les for her rundown.
That's me.
That is.
I played the Lieutenant Ellis Ballard, the bodyguard to the princess. And I think that not to make it the same thing, but I think my star of the night was like, obviously I have much more of like a understanding of who Lady Marie is as a character. And so this doesn't surprise me. Like the second that there was some electricity between this chick, I was like, oh, she's fucking dead. And so I was like, I'm grateful that everybody gets to experience that side of this character in terms of this story. And also, if I would love one day for people to get an insight into like the personal DMs that I get from Pond when I'm saying certain things as Ellis, because it's literally just like, wow, and how the fuck, why are you saying that shit? And it's literally just like, I get the play-by-play of what her character is thinking in the moments when I have certain things said, and it is straight fire. So.
Okay, well, that brings us around to Daddy Wisdom.
Hello. Yes, so you'll find me on Twitch as Daddy Wisdom. Reverend Darylis, Reverend Boddington, rather. And what was my start? I mean, it's very similar, I think, some of it. Definitely the surprise of the psychotic element of Lady Marie that actually was hidden there, which was an eyebrow raiser, definitely. And if I can have a personal one, it would very much be rolling a nat 20 on persuasion for the Apostle of St. Kevin, and everybody going, this guy's legit, you know. So that was, because that seems to play very well into who he is. So I thought that was quite funny. Yeah. So that's me.
Absolutely. Comes over to Jenna.
God. Hey, Jenna Daggers, otherwise known as Mandalorian here, also known as the complete and total menace that is Sadie. Oh man, the play of the night. There were multiple, like also I would love to commend Lady Marie and the writing the fucking blood on the wall. I thought that my sacrifice may have been used for better reasons.
No.
But
I can now get through this door. Yeah.
I took 1 or 2 for a team, and it seems like those numbers are just, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And I just really love how this group dynamic continues to evolve, and no one bats an eye, and it's pretty fucking great.
Okay, and then last but absolutely not least, Al, how are you doing tonight? Are you okay, man?
Yeah. No, I think absolute star moment of the night has to be the Reverend blagging the way in. Just it's one of those moments where you're thinking there's no way this works, and then it does. And no, I think this is me sort of bringing Innes a bit forward. As has been pointed out previously, he's a bit stuck as the I believe the term used was bitch boy of the group, or bitch baby, was it?
Definitely.
I never called you that.
He's kind of getting sick of that.
I like it. He's like the dark son of the family. He's all innocent, and we like.
I think he's going on a particular. I mean, this is your journey to travel, obviously, Snaff, but I definitely feel there's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back, and he's just going to go full ham on everybody and everything. I don't know.
It might take like Sadie getting hurt.
I think there's also the additional of he knows very little about what went on this entire night. How is he going to react to literally any of this shit other than, yep, looks like shit's going down. Yep.
We're going to keep this a secret.
And then we lock and load.
Isn't keeping, we're going to keep this a secret, the fucking byline of this whole campaign.
Especially because doesn't Innes have like a crush on Sadie or some shit?
Yep.
She just out here like getting double railed in the fucking cauldron room or some shit. Like,
not a choice of mine. It was not a choice.
Okay, it was a choice. That was your idea. I said distraction, and you said I'm gonna fuck 2 dudes.
And Innes didn't even
To be fair, it was not my suggestion. It was their suggestion. I was like, okay, I see a ripe opportunity. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 for the team.
And I went for 3.
that would have been lit. That would have been my star of the night for sure.
When people talk about distractions, that it usually means they throw a rock into a corner, and then people go, "What was that?" And there's a distraction. There's the door. Go. You're like, no.
My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir. I got to be the dungeon master and dungeon guide. I am master of nothing with this group, and that is perfectly acceptable. I have no particular star of the night except the fact that someone who will remain nameless did send me a private message in all caps saying, "I will not do a thing," and then did the thing, and that's kind of awesome, anyways. So so there's that. But we're gonna send you off somewhere to hang out. I will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time for a Coffee and Chaos stream, as I do almost every Sunday. And then my next D&D game is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We are picking up and continuing Ravenloft 1921, which is Ravenloft except set in our world in the early 20s. So yeah, think Tommy guns and Cthulhu in Barovia. And it's a fun time. Speaking of fun times, we are going to send you off to a friend of mine who I love hanging out on her streams. She goes by Turian's Gone Wild. She is currently playing Dead by Daylight, so it stays kind of on theme. And tell her we all said hi.
We're all dead, so that probably does seem on theme.
You're not dead yet. You're not dead yet, but you will have a good time. But say hello to us. We have a ton of post-stream stuff to take care of tonight, between closing off and talking about our wishes on the night, because I always give my players a chance to give me some constructive feedback. And then we'll be recording something special for the Patreon, patreon.com/noir. If you want to see what we have to say off the record about tonight, That's where you're going to go to check it out. You can also follow me at Lantern Noir on the Twitter, and I will post as soon as that video is available for those who want to hear what they're not willing to say on stream. So
not much of anything. We're pretty.
Established there's no boundaries.
Don't say that.
What is
Terrible
left?
marketing.
Yeah, well, if you think they don't have boundaries, wait till you hear them when they're told they don't
you're
have
not
to have
wrong.
boundaries. We'll see you all next time. Till then, stay safe.